a change of range.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of the PGL Dota 2 experience here for the Southeast Asia Upper Division. And boy, is it a good one for you today. I only have one BO3, but Lacoste, Lizard, oh my god, we might finally be able to decide something about where these teams are destined to go after this season.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Maybe
you know, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of tiebreakers in this upper division, but this one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be super hyped. I want to see if Fnatic can bounce back. When I'm talking about bouncing back, they're 3-2 at the moment, but still not convinced. You know, maybe because I have high expectations from Fnatic. Looking at the players, they were always, you know, at top level pretty much. So I want to see them winning. I want to see something that is not sloppy execution. I want to see some good drafts. I want to see an even game. I do not want to see a stomp, but I still, after seeing the way they played, the way OB.Neon played, favoring OB.Neon slightly, maybe 65-35. That's not slightly. That's pretty much
quite a bit.
It's quite a bit.
Okay. So
I think it's fair, though. As you can see, that is our only series of the day. And you say Fnatic's 3-2, but guess what? OB.Neon are also 3-2. And that's what makes this so interesting.
But it's not the same score.
It's not quite.
There's a couple of more wins there for OB.Neon, a couple of less losses, I believe.
And a couple of different teams that are left to be played.
Exactly. A couple of different teams that they played, which means that, well, basically, they played versus stronger opponents so far. But OB.Neon, we expected more from them as well, which is what makes this match today so exciting. It's only one, but it's a good one. And after their major run, we thought they'll have the same accomplishments here, like in the season one. In season one, by the way, you weren't with us. They didn't have, they didn't lose a game for a really long time. They played stellar, but it's understandable. You come back from the major. You know, you're slouching a little bit,
chill a bit.
Vibing.
I mean, things are fine.
You know, when you're playing like this and when you're playing like this, there's a difference.
I don't know how these CS:GO players, how can they play like that?
Dude,
they're like in the monitor.
I know, and with those HyperX keyboards angled.
I
like
have to
90
say
ways,
one thing though.
like
I'm reformed. Like this thing, like playing like this is actually legit.
No, yeah.
I know it's you know, not a good to sit like a banana, but I've been doing what he's doing lately, and I gotta say I play better.
Good, right?
Like, it's good. Like you just sit like this, but you know the back is gonna hurt. But
you have some support.
You're gonna feel those W's. You're gonna see the green instead of the red ones.
You only have the support if you're using a top quality Secret Lab chair, my friend, who is a proud sponsor
That's
of this
the chair
event.
that I'm using.
Oh, well,
so
perfect.
you can sit however you
too.
want. Like I want to sit like this. You're gonna
Easy.
feel comfortable. You want to do whatever, like this. It's gonna be comfortable as well.
And you can see that these teams had a slow start. I don't know if they were sitting in these Secret Lab chairs or not. But now that we have resolved 1 through 5 weeks of this, let's take a look at the standings. And I don't think there are any surprises. At most, this TNC exceeding expectations, not having attended Major 1.
They're doing way better than in the Season 1. I wouldn't say that they're exceeding expectations. They just didn't meet them in Season 1.
True.
And because of that, they didn't get to the Major. They had a really slow start. I believe they came into the season a little bit too relaxed, Season 1 that is. And in the Season 2, it's looking completely different. They obviously did have a roster change. A couple of changes there, but looking stable team at the moment.
So production, if you don't mind me lingering on the screen for a little bit longer.
To get to the major, they had a really slow start. I believe they came into the season a little bit too relaxed, season 1 that is. And in the season 2, it's looking completely different. They obviously did have a roster change, a couple of changes there, but looking much. A couple of changes there, but looking much at the moment.
So production, if you don't mind, and then even if TNC lose, they will still be 4-2 in the. There is potential for a maybe be lingering on the screen for a little bit longer. OB.Neon and Fnatic is the match today. They're both 3-2. Fnatic still has to play TNC. So if Fnatic lose this, they'll be 3-3, and OB.Neon will be 4-2. And then even if TNC lose, they will still be 4-2 in the versus Fnatic. So that means that there is potential for a maybe four-way tie.
Yeah.
But Fnatic has to win this match and the TNC match.
Played for 6 weeks, but you know what? That doesn't matter. We're just going to throw that out of the window and play a couple of BO3s and then decide who's going to go where.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to. I can't believe that it's been 6 weeks already. And I remember week 1, week 2, it was
Went
just
fast,
like,
right?
this is going to take forever. We have so much of this Dota to cover. And now here in the 11th hour, we still don't know who's going anywhere. Aside from Lilgun. Poor Lilgun.
Poor Lilgun. Yeah.
RIP and for real. F's in the chat for Lilgun because they will be relegated to lower division. And they still have to play more games also. TNC, 4-1. They have not played against Lilgun yet, and so chances are
That's where Lilgun shows
right,
us all
man.
that
Oh
we're
my
wrong.
God. How hype would that be if Lilgun 2-0s TNC?
So TNC did in season 1. They lost to Execration very early on, and Execration almost got relegated in the first season. So you know everything is possible in SCA.
Anything's possible, including Fnatic getting a win here because we saw them yesterday. Didn't look great. They played against T1, and we were like, oh, okay. Maybe this is the time for Fnatic to finally wake up. Didn't really seem like that was a change of pace for them. It looked like more of the same, which has kind of been the Fnatic MO for this entire season. At most, I've given credit to Chuyan for showing the most growth, but that's because he also had a very low bar to exceed.
Yeah, he had to grow.
He had to. He was a mid laner in the offlaner position.
Yeah, you gotta improve. We can see at the start he was not doing so well. He was mostly just this, give me Centaur, I'll buy Hood, I'll buy Vanguard, I'll go in, use Stampede, but one of my teammates are in trouble. But yeah, he's adapting real quick. There's still a couple of issues for Fnatic that we keep saying. You know, Moon has not been stable on the mid lane in their series against, who was it, Omega, when they were trying to siege the high ground, multiple mistakes, like stuff like this. You do not expect, that Prophet plus then Luna dying. It should have been a clean game, clean execution in the end. It wasn't, so something that Fnatic needs to work on.
It's a question, like, where does this instability come from? Like, they were a strong team in season 1. They had the full stability. They were playing really well, but at the moment, you don't see it. You don't see it even in drafts.
Yeah, drafts are also a bit wonky. Their drafts, especially against T1, where they do not have a playmaker. They have these supports who are focusing on the laning stage. You have Enchantress, you have a Treant Protector, then you have a Beastmaster mid, which is kind of outdated. So a lot of stuff is just not adding up if they want to. I think the drafts definitely need to be improved because in their series against T1, they had the Timber, Enchantress, Beast, and the Treant. Timbersaw was supposed to be the playmaker in that game, and he got shut down, like early rotation from Doom, if you remember, and they realized, T1 realized where the threat is going to come from, they shut it down, and suddenly, Fnatic, they can't play Dota. They don't have the heroes that they can do stuff with, and just relying on Troll to get big and win the game, not a big fan of that.
You say that the question is, where does this instability come from? But maybe it's just that Southeast Asia has caught up to them, especially for Neon, which maybe this is a hot take. I think Yopaj is my favorite mid laner in all of SCA.
So would you say that Yopaj is your idol,
He's
maybe?
my idol, for sure. You know, Armel makes strong contention, of course, but I think Yopaj was on my radar after Singapore. I didn't get to watch too much Season 1. You guys did. But
yeah, it
Singapore
was
major.
pretty standard stuff for us who watched it. You know, just expecting great things from him. He delivered. You know, that one game where he had 100% kill participation on his puck. Kind of expect it. It's just like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's just Yopaj.
That's what's so weird about Moon and his instability, because in SCA, if anything else, your mid laners are always on point. Like your mid laners, you go to your pubs, you find that 12k boy, you get him in your team, and you just let him loose. You let him do the magic. For some reason, for Fnatic, that hasn't been working out for Neon. This is standard stuff, really. Yopaj has been dominating in Season 1. They, as a team, are definitely on par with Fnatic, if definitely in a better form as well, but we'll see. That's why we have a matchup today to watch. And one thing that I have to say about Fnatic is, when it comes to drafts, sometimes teams let the Brood go through completely when Fnatic has first pick. They don't ban it. And they still don't take the Brood. They opt to go for Enchantress, opt to go for Beast.
I don't know. I still feel Broodmother is kind of a 50-50.
I trust her more in China than I do in Southeast Asia right now.
Same. Like, she's a strong laner, and then like takes over the part of the jungle if you lose a tower. But we've seen also teams realizing how to play against the Broodmother. You know when she's going to hit that level 6, or you rotate one of the heroes, you get a kill, and then your safe laner possibly like gets an advantage. And there are a lot of heroes from the offlane that could potentially just be there. Like, I like Centaur quite a lot against her, where you just sit there, can't die. Like with Vanguard, with Hood, Broodmother doesn't do anything, and with Retaliate as well. So I think teams also got better. They figured out how to play against. How to play against the Broodmother.
It is a hero that catches you off guard the first week, and then people kind of adapt to it. I still think that Brood has many ways of itemizing.
Yes,
and
we
what
have
makes
not
the hero,
seen that. We have not seen that. Mostly on the offlane, it's just that Hood, Mech, Guardian Greaves upgrade the pipe, and then third item is really not that influential. This is what my problem is with the hero. Like, you might farm AC. It takes some time.
You should have already won the game by the time your third item is complete.
Exactly. Like, you should have had enough advantage.
Like, if you're playing well with Brood, and if you pick it in early on and you itemize properly, I think that you are winning after the laning stage. There's a huge discrepancy between Radiant and Dire Brood as well, but we won't see her banned. Yeah.
We've seen one Broodmother who went into Triangle the other day. First time I've seen that, just playing that part of the map. I believe it was against Medusa, where Medusa just wants to be there and farm.
And you can't,
yeah. So OB.Neon, they're opening up with the Enchantress, and we'll go with Puck.
The Nyx Assassin on Fnatic, obviously. Nyx not banned out instantly. You snatch it, opens up the Lash pick as well for you if you want to.
I'm surprised they still go for the Puck with the Nyx, though.
I don't understand. People are talking about this all the time.
I talked to Black about it also. Black was on my side. How about you, Lucas?
I'm not on your side.
I think it's playable.
Yeah, it's playable.
I don't think
for
it's
Puck.
like Ember Spirit or Lash Racket, type of a thing. But you need to be careful. You need to be very careful how you're going to outpush the lanes with Orb.
Nyx is annoying for any hero. That's just the way it is. If you have any AoE spell, if you're Int specifically, he's obviously annoying. But Puck at least has one phase shift. Yeah, he has one way of dealing with Nyx.
I would love to see Darkseer, but there's Enchantress on the other team, so I don't think we're going to see that. Bristleback, one of the heroes that Southeast Asia, they just love to play it. Like, no matter what role. We've seen position 4 Dragonite from Fnatic the other day.
Yeah.
So when it's time to see a position 4 Bristleback? To be honest, like I talked to some of the players about it. I think it has potential, this position 4 Dragonite.
Dragonite for sure. Like, I've
especially
seen
when
it.
paired up with Darkseer that they did. A long duration stun. Both of the heroes are kind of tanky. Double Ion Shell, 2.5 second stun. Stun that scales, stun that deals damage. That Dragon Tail, it got buffed. Like, mana cost got reduced on top of it.
Even in like a few patches ago, I had players picking DK on position 4 with me. And yeah, you get flamed a bit, but it actually can work. It's a long stun, you're bulky, you're tanky, it's a reliable stun later on.
It's the best stun in the game.
On level 1 for sure. Legion Commander banned out by Fnatic. Hero whose stonks have been rising recently.
For sure. My favorite offlaner of the patch so far. Yeah. Southeast Asia is really hot on Bristle, but why am I not seeing Caudle ever paired up with him? I thought that was the go-to pairing at Singapore Major, and Caudle seems pretty good. He lost Recall, which is
it's a big thing.
Yeah.
He's still a strong laner when paired up with Bristleback, with Nyx Assassin lowering the cooldowns on these heroes. You need to have a position 4 that can stun. You need to have possibly an off laner that can be aggressive. So you need to have a good lineup against Keeper of the Light. Otherwise, you might end up with the Enchantress Treant type of a lineup where
Right.
you're like, what are we doing
Who
with our heroes
stuns?
after the laning
I'm
stage?
just wondering if this Bristle, they picked it so early on, but for a team as Fnatic that has Chuyan on their side, I would rather see this Bristle on 1 or 2 than on offlane, because you really have to secure him.
Yeah.
If you have offlane Bristle back and you don't secure his lane, this hero falls off super hard. But they did ban out Legion already, she's great versus Bristle, and also PA with the shard is
The break mechanic.
break is
They're
strong.
just protecting this Bristleback.
What about the other ones? Void Spirit, Aether Remnant to turn them around. Axe, Taunt turns them around. Winter Wyvern, or more breaks like Viper. Are the okay?
There's no Viper anymore.
No Viper anymore.
I like the Void Spirit one. I like the Mars one as well.
Oh yeah, Mars.
Void Spirit, obviously, because of the puck, probably will not get picked. Okay, Tiny. We've seen the 5
Tiny.
I think it's a possibility. Very real this game.
You could also go Tiny plus Darkseer, perhaps, as well for Neon. It's a bit difficult versus Nyx again, but
Didn't they have a similar lineup when they played against Lilgun? Enchantress plus Tiny and also Puck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That does sound familiar.
So then we were thinking it's gonna be 5 Puck, and it wasn't. So it was 5 Tiny, mid Puck. So it's potentially a good pick. He already has a 3, so might show that this is a position 5 Tiny. He starts with a 3 throw or a 3 grab.
Yeah, they had a Bloodseeker, a Tidehunter, and a Mirana also on that team.
Mirana already banned out, and that's so interesting. Fnatic in the first stage banning out the Mirana. Not really a hero.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe they wanted to first phase Enchantress because that's what they do. Well, what? They actually went for a Nyx, so never mind.
It's just a good flex hero. CTM played Mirana on offlane also, so they go all over the place with that hero.
Offlane Mirana.
They
yeah.
played it. I didn't
Yeah,
say they played it well.
Yeah.
I want to see something that deals well with the Bristleback, because these 3 heroes, it's just magic damage. No, Impetus is pure damage, but I don't think Bristleback cares too much about it. So they need to have a good way of dealing with the Bristleback. Anything that builds either a Spirit Vessel.
Oh,
They're just going to go with the Mag. So looking at the hero that benefits a lot from it, that is good against Bristleback, what do we got?
Is this then going
Slark?
to be like some offlane? Yeah, Slark is. Probably
Slark
the
doesn't
most
like to play into Nyx Assassin. Like Mana Burn kind of destroys the hero.
Or
You
either
have-
of these, the Tiny or the Mag, could be carries.
We've seen some crazy mag carries, but okay, so this is
this-
an offlane Bristle then, or mid lane actually, but
It's true. Moon did play it against T1. Against the Timbersaw of Carl.
Really worried about OB.Neon's damage output in this game. Like once the BKBs are up, once Bristleback gets Hood Vanguard, he's going to be pretty hard to take down with these heroes. This is just a chip damage to Bristleback, and none of these heroes build into Spirit Vessel. They don't have the real answer for Bristleback.
my problem for Tiny and Magnus is you're constantly waiting. You're waiting for that one item from both of them. You don't have, not sure obviously which positions they'll be in, but both of them kind of need Blink Dagger to be active, and you're just waiting for one of them to get it so that you can play the game afterwards. At least you have Puck for the catch, which is nice, and the damage that we talked about, but it's not enough still. Fnatic's draft is much easier to play at the moment.
Grimstroke and Nyx Assassin plus Bristleback, they can buy you enough time for Wraith King to farm his Radiance. And I've seen in other regions, Wraith King's not even going Radiance anymore. I've seen this Armlet fight type of a build. Let's just go in, get the advantage early on.
Yeah, it was originally that Wraith King was picked only because he could get away with Midas Radiance, and now people are like, oh, he's actually a good fighter early on also. I don't
I
have
think
to
he
go for the
always
greed.
kind of was.
Yeah,
Like,
but people were just like, oh boy, I get to hear the gold sound all the time.
the
I'm a
thing-
carry player, pick me Wraith King.
I think it's just a meta when it comes to the item builds.
Of course.
Like, he was still a strong right clicker, but it's very difficult to experiment as a carry player. In some games, everyone is watching you, and if you lose and you went for a different build, you're like, it's on me, guys. Next time I'll go Radiance with Gloves of Haste without Midas. I'm sorry, don't beat me up.
They need a win condition. You know, it's a commonly used phrase, but what's going to be win condition for OB.Neon? What's going to be that one big hero that benefits from the Empower? Because right now, they have 1-2 abilities that can snap the coil, so that's always going to be good. With the toss, with the skewer, they can do it.
The Slark ban out. It's still strong, right, versus Bristol. Even with the Nyx, it could be problematic. I'm not sure if OB.Neon would pick it, but...
Could go Spectre for OB.Neon.
Is Morphling still in the pool? It's not really great with Magnus, but Solid versus Wraith King, Solid versus Bristleback, maybe an option.
Fnatic were most likely looking for a Chuyon hero. They got 3 seconds to decide. Timbersaw.
Axe went all the way through. Like, this hero is very popular at the moment. I'm actually surprised. But now you have to worry about Axe as well. This is just Fnatic throwing one problem after another at OB.Neon.
So you need a laner against Axe plus Nyx Assassin or Grimstroke, whatever they decide it's going to be a better pairing. So like Troll, I don't mind Troll builds into lifesteal. You need someone who can sustain, who's a decent laner against Axe. So something ranged that can turn into melee. So I see.
Warlord.
So I can see only one option.
Terrorblade.
Wait, did they draft so fast?
Banned,
they
I
have
believe.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they.
All right, I'm not worried for them.
They have a lot of flex potential. Like any one of these heroes can go in any position. I think Enchantress is pretty locked in. What?
Get me out. I have no idea what's happening, man.
Wow, Fnatic didn't even react on their webcam. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, it is a position 1 mag.
Nice.
Offlane.
We talked about it the other day. Like, Black was very vocal about it, that it's just a better Sven.
It's just a better Sven. You have an inbuilt cleave, just like Sven. You have a anti-kite spell in the form of Skewer, which was used to be Sven's Superman Stormbolt. And you have a BKB piercing disable, which is very rare for carries. And it has burst damage, which I know you were kind of concerned about, Lacoste. Once the crit comes online, once the Daedalus comes online with the Echo Saber, pow pow. That's a lot of damage.
But what about this Omni Knight? What is he gonna pow
I have
pow
no
in this game?
That part's beyond me.
I've seen so many Omnis just build the Solar Crest phase boots and be like, okay, that's it.
Knowing CTM, we're gonna see Shard. Like, he's a greedy player. He likes to think differently.
This man wants to give people the purity. But we can talk about Black, but I want to talk to Black. Black, it's happening. Carry Magnus. What's the deal, man?
What's the deal? I'm not too sure. I thought we wouldn't really be seeing it unless there's like certain matchups you're playing into. I'm sure against Axe we'll still free farm, like Mag free farms in most lanes, but the lineup looks pretty wacky overall. However, they have Heavenly Grace, right? You get like, what, 30 more strength, and power amps you even more with that 30 strength. Woo!
It's a lot of damage.
All right, I'll start with Fnatic this time around. I think they have a much better draft. I'm not really convinced by the Omni Knight. I like Magnus as position 1. I just don't like the rest of what they got.
I am going to go Neon because I think Yopaj is going to make mincemeat out of everyone on this puck.
Are you going just because of their form, right? That's it. Yeah, I'm going with the draft. I'm going with Fnatic. I like their draft more. Makes more sense.
Black went AFK briefly?
No, I just checked the drafts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you skeptical about? What did you need an answer on?
I mean, this entire draft looks pretty bad. Like, if Neon can win with this draft, then they deserve to win. But I got to go with Fnatic.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Peek up.
This is, I feel like a moment where I'm going to...
Regret for the rest of your life?
Yeah, so it's like if you go against Neon, they're going to pull it off. I feel like they always do whenever I doubt
because
them.
the Twitter guy.
Yeah.
He'll message you like, what are you doing, Bika?
Thanks for doubting. And then he'll just show the picture of like everybody. But he'll be like, at Tsunami,
hey,
glad you trusted us.
Then block it in. Go for Fnatic. Make me look good.
I'm going Neon
Damn
too.
it.
I need some tweets, man. I'm lonely.
All right, well,
it's hard.
You can get some engagement on the social media. You can get some casting in game number 1.
Nice. I could use the engagement. I can use, hopefully, a tweet says, good job in predicting.
Or it's like,
or I can't believe
doubt
you
us
believed
proven
in.
wrong.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Doubt is proven right.
Something like that.
In case
Fnatic wins.
Yeah. But then again, you know, we've been saying this a lot of times. Like, you know, this draft looks good for Fnatic. They're going to pull it off, and then they don't.
Then their execution's lacking, and the lanes don't really go that well. Like, it feels kind of not great from them. Like, it's lackluster to what you're expecting
And
from Fnatic.
Yeah, and we're officially allowed to say now that the game is paused.
Can confirm.
Yeah, because of course
Is
we
still paused.
have to wait for the officials to give us a confirmation. Because like what we say is not allowed. Like in things in Dota right now.
Kind of not great from them. Like it's lackluster to what you're expecting
And
from Fnatic.
Yeah, and we're officially allowed to say now that the game is paused.
Can confirm.
Yeah, because of course
Is
we
still paused.
have to wait for the officials to give us a confirmation. Because like what we say is not allowed. Like in certain other things in Dota right now that we don't need to bring up because everybody knows. Yeah.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
You were about to say
I'll
it.
stay quiet.
Don't talk about it.
I won't say it. I'm not.
But yeah, why did you go for Neon? Just because it's Neon?
I think I have a lot more, even with the drafts being the way they are, I think I have a lot more faith in Neon's execution.
You know what? Hold that thought.
Hmm?
I want to check the draft again really quick. Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way. So you're giving 100% Fnatic.
Like 80. But 80
People, you
is
said no
basically
way.
100.
Okay.
Kind of like the
So you
Silicon Bola.
round up,
Yeah, Silicon Bola, 80%.
which
means
that
you-
shard is pretty ridiculous.
That
I
means you
think we
never
saw it
hit.
the other day.
We
That
did.
shard, and nobody could hit anything, and it just kind of worked out where you were missing every shot basically.
So basically, with this draft, you shouldn't be able to do anything. But they can because Neon. Neon is very good. Fnatic is in somewhat of a slump still.
Neon makes things work.
They do.
They always make weird things work. 5-position troll, they made it work. They get these weird drafts, and Genwell especially, I feel like he's always the guy who's on something different
But
in the
it's
5.
This time it's 4 tiny, not 5. 5 tiny, absolutely broken apparently.
4 tiny,
4
not
tiny
as much.
loses a lot.
You just need less farm as a 4 tiny, and then you're broken.
Yes.
What?
Wow.
So
You know
I
why I
guess
really think that's the case? Because 5 tiny, you got the threat, toss them into the tower every
Right.
time. Whereas in the offlane, you will never have that as a +4 because you're pushing
where
in the
creep
lane.
equilibrium is, that's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like it's never going to push into your tower to give you that opportunity.
So could you play 4-position tiny
in the safe lane.
in the safe lane?
What was
Swap
their 5?
lanes.
And an Ench? Yeah, I think they could actually work. Like you give him a higher farm priority, so he gets his blink faster, but you have the same sort of threat. I would like that actually. I think safe lane, Tiny just has way more opportunities.
Yeah, because Ench just hurts with levels when you've got the impetus up there, and you're getting everything you need from the Enchantress more with levels than items. So, yeah, obviously, we've seen a lot of Enchantresses go first item Solar Crest, so it works out that way where you're adding that minus armor, and and from what we've been seeing with the Enchantresses is, just quick Solar Crests.
Yeah.
Like no boots, quick Solar Crest, sub 10 minutes normally, something like that.
Into a casual cloak, just to be more tanky, because of course magic damage is your biggest bane. And all players reconnected to the game, so now we have a series on hand. Maybe Neon just wants to spice it up, like Fnatic. If we can beat you like this, then the second game we're gonna end in 10 minutes.
Neon's not exactly in a position at the moment to really be experimenting.
What are they at? 3-1? Or 2-2? Something like that?
Yeah.
I think they have 4
of the
games
pack
played.
right now.
Yeah, I think it's 3-2, maybe.
They're currently sitting at 3-2. So
Yeah.
they have 2 series left.
Okay.
And they're on the cusp with Fnatic. Both these teams are 3-2. And this is... I would almost go as far as to say this series could make or break the major for these teams.
They're
Neon's
both
got
3-2, right?
T1 left, which that's going to be a hard series.
For sure.
Fnatic has TNC. Like, both these teams have a hard series left, and I think the winner of this will have that advantage.
Yeah, my mouse is a bit sticky. I don't know what the cost has been doing in this room beforehand, but good stun in the Omni, losing about half his health. 3 bounty runes actually for Fnatic, and I just don't see how they deal with this Wraith King in this mid game. Like, Magnus is good, and he can deal a lot of damage.
Right.
It's just he hates these long, drawn-out fights. Like he wants to blink in, burst a couple of heroes. That's his whole, like, shtick, basically, right?
Does he have a magic shtick right now?
He does not have a magic shtick.
So he's got no shtick.
No. I mean, he has one in his hands.
True. I also trust
Oh,
the
they're doing it. Safe lane Tiny, +4. Skewer, toss into the tower.
Oh, Jab's in some trouble.
They actually pushed him too far. Like, they tossed him and skewered him, which was like 1400 range, but it was too far away.
That's like the first thing I think I've ever analyzed potentially correctly, where they throw the tiny down bottom.
It's way better. Then, I mean, bot lane will still be mostly coming down to positional mistakes from Fnatic, if they ever will die. Mid lane, Bristleback should have the advantage here. Puck just sitting at 1 armor, 4 under the tower, so Quill Sprays will deal a lot of damage. So he should be out farming. We've seen a lot of really successful mid-Bristles. And top lane, I don't really see how an Omni is going to stop Raving from farming, like ever.
Well, you say we've seen a lot of successful mid-Bristles, but at the same time we've watched Moon play this hero a couple times and not really find success, right?
Yeah, but that's... Like, just in general, he has been struggling this season. Not just on Bristol, but a lot of his heroes. Like, the most memorable game I have from him is on his TA. He played really well in that game. But, like, he needs some confidence back. Like, it's not the Moon that we're used to seeing from Season 1. He's really confident with all his plays. Well played here.
Does that come from the change in the off lane? Like, Jun is more of a mid laner than he is an off laner by far. So does that like affect communication? Is there something that's just differing with this lineup that's affecting Moon maybe in particular?
That's the thing you never know, like with roster changes, how they impact the team. You know, it could be just dynamics, it could be communication, it could be farm priorities. And there's so many things that change as soon as you change one factor in a team that it's really hard to say what the actual issue might be.
So right now, CTM's 16-0.
Yeah.
Top of the CS.
It's very hard to stop Omni-Knight from farming. He has a super good attack animation. His heal, of course, deals a lot of damage to get CS. Usually Omni-Knight lanes very, very well. It's just like in the mid game when you don't have like the greatest partner, which in this game he doesn't really. Like he's gonna like repel what, Magnus?
Yeah, I'm wondering what his build is also gonna be.
Probably full support as you always see, like Phase Boots. Stun though, he doesn't have Heavenly Grace.
Yeah, he's in some trouble, lacking a bit of mana. And on the run, taking some shots here from DJ. Right clicks continue to come in, but they won't get the kill on a CTM. No first blood.
Yeah, Janual saved him there with the enchant, dispelling the Inkswell prematurely, so it didn't get the full damage and stun duration. Well done by them.
For my glory.
Just looking purely at net worth right now, though, they're winning pretty much every lane.
Right.
He has to be careful here on Moon. He's running a little bit low on health.
And he pops that salve, and they will rotate in.
The tiniest ping.
Play hard.
Yeah, but of course he used to healing stuff. There's 3 heroes on him. It's Bristleback though. He's not easy to kill.
Not sure if they'll even be able to get this kill. You're working with Yopaj,
Oh, he
who's
didn't get the
sitting
rune.
really low.
That means he will now get 0 water runes, and Bristol will get both. That's really bad for Yopaj.
Yeah, Jabs is here to secure it, so even if he wants to get that, he won't. Inkswell is not going to really do much except save DJ's life. I think he was fine anyway.
Just used it for some bonus movement speed.
Yeah.
But he had 2 bounty, or rather water runes for the Bristleback, who already had a good lane. We could potentially see one of those unkillable Bristles. They probably will have to go into the Silver Edge later on the Magnus to kind of counteract that.
Unless you go this weird build on Omni-Knight where he goes Silver Edge at some point.
Or the carry Omni from the offlane. Yep, seen that many times. Usually does not work out. Kind of a sabotage build.
Yeah, it fizzles real fast.
Yeah, like this one fight, wow, guys, I'm really strong. And then the next fight, no.
Not as strong anymore.
I'm dead.
So Raven and DJ here looking at CTM. Mid. Feels all Bristle right now. 10 CS ahead. Avalanche by Carapace. There will be no toss into the spear back.
Moon is doing this weird build again where he doesn't skill Warpath at all. It's so good. Like Warpath is one of the strongest abilities in Dota.
No sorceries avail.
He always chooses to not skill it. Not sure why. Maybe there's some tech I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe there's some tech he doesn't know.
Looking like they want to make a move here with Genwell as well as play hard. They toss
Vanguard
the
Axe, though.
Centaur.
They
That
can't
gets
touch
the
this
stun.
guy.
Yeah, he doesn't take any damage.
That sounds about right. That's what
Literally
Vanguard does.
taking no damage.
Yeah, he got Centaur stumped. They're like, oh, he lost 100 health. Not happening.
They both looked and watched his health bar do nothing, and then walked away.
I mean, that's just the power of this new Vanguard. It's super good.
And we see it a lot on these offlaners, and then they just consecutively sit under the tower.
Yeah. So I think I would definitely say that Neon is on a timer this game, so they will have to start making moves way before Fnatic. But at the same time, they don't really have the best movers. They're going onto Bristol right now.
Again, another tanky hero making this difficult for them
Oh, they
to
missed the
get.
toss. So no coil breakage.
Want to throw a little bit of damage here onto jabs. They're not really... It's hard to kill these heroes early. 2K lead already for Fnatic.
Yeah, and look at Bristleback. He's going into a Vanguard too. Now they have 2 Vanguards, and they have a Wraith King as carry. 3 super beefy heroes. Where's the answer? Now Magnus actually in trouble. Culling Blade.
Should have the kill,
and
yeah.
gone. Easy.
Just runs down Natsumi.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1-1-4-1.
Like whoever drafted this
For this
abomination for Neon, he's gonna
regret it.
He's gonna get flamed after this game.
If they lose.
If they lose. Probably even if they win though.
I don't know if they win. I feel like it's a see, we made it work moment.
Like I played some pubs just with a cost. It kind of looks like our draft there, in which we had no chance.
You just go into that game and you're just like, all right, well,
Yeah, fuck that.
what do I have? 30 minutes until this is probably over?
Yeah, maybe put on some nice popcorn music.
Is that music to make popcorn too?
Yeah. Or eat popcorn too.
Okay.
Like where the beat is replaced with the crunch from the popcorn. So you're kind of making this own.
CTF getting chased. Inkswell lands.
No kill
Purify
though.
himself. He's level 6. He's gone 3-2-1.
The thing is, he can live, but he can't stop Raven from farming at all. Like Raven can completely free farming, Bristol completely free farming, Axe is more than completely free farming because he's farming the jungle as well. Another call.
Oh, skewer.
Okay, chooses to not call. Nope, good score. He has RP ready as well. And Neon really needs to make moves. They're just getting out-farmed on all these lanes heavily. Puck is still not rotating from mid lane. They're going with the coil again. Om needs to ping as well.
Toss. It gets the snap. He's under the tower.
He's so
I don't
tanky,
know
though.
if they get this kill. They're in front of him. The impale lands. It's only on to 1. CTM.
One more hit.
Low and goes the
Vanguard
other way.
block.
Oh my god. Magnus is coming over and they're trying to still get this, but he may be dead. It still takes a long time.
The Vanguard proc like
Courier?
3 times in a row.
Play hard.
Play hard.
Magnus?
Magnus?
There it is.
And
That's his boots.
that's a big courier, yeah. Once again,
Oh, Nick's assassin found play hard. Eh, he's not dead though.
if Bristol had a magic wand there, I'd say he wouldn't have died. Oh, good signs, top on the puck. Joe Patch in trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna get hit with the Inkswell,
Just
and with
dead.
the Phantom's Embrace, he's just dead, yeah.
Even though he had a magic wand. How does that happen? Most broken item in Dota. If Bristol had it, he wouldn't have died.
You fancy it now, do ya?
Radiant's top tower
You sure
is
about
under
that?
attack.
Yeah.
100% certainty?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Interested to see if Axe is going to go for the blink into Manta Star build that we've seen a lot.
We haven't seen that though in the pro games.
Only from Zai, really. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm not sure why. I played against it yesterday. I mean, I didn't really care, but the cost kept dying to it. So maybe we should ask him later how it was. Yeah. It deals a lot of damage. Because all these Ilus have 35 bonus attack speed, 10% bonus chance to proc, which puts it up to 30% to counter Helix. It's a lot of chance. Like a very high chance.
Yeah, Chalice used to like doing that. Back a couple patches, he would play that Axe with the Manta.
Yeah, but now it's even better. Because it's sharp. So if you did it back then, why aren't you doing it now?
I'm wondering if a build like that or even a draft around that might give eHome something to look forward to.
Potentially.
Not like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if they can get a win with that kind of lineup, that would be
I want to see if
something that we're seeing different in China.
teams can pull off a carry axe. Enge getting stunned. No untouchable just yet. No stun on Raven. Out. Like, I want to see if carry or mid axe maybe have
Play
a...
hard might be dead.
Yeah. But TP comes in, tiny to tanky.
Only from the Omni Knight. I'm surprised maybe they
That's the thing.
Didn't think they had the damage.
They have no good heroes to respond other than Puck. And Puck wants to farm his Witchblade first.
Yep.
He doesn't want to be the most active.
And right now, Omni Knight, he's got phase boots. Like, what are you doing next with this hero?
Well, I would say going to like a... I mean, Pipe isn't even that great this game. Maybe like a Crimson Guard or Solar Crest. Ench is actually going into a Vessel straight. That's going to come out pretty late though since your pos. Well,
Instead of the Medallion,
his
Solar Crest.
Yeah. I think Solar Crest is an Omni item this game.
Yeah,
he's going
well, he
into
goes
the
Medallion.
Yeah. Blink Dagger is flying out to the axe, I believe. He actually has a parked mid lane, so he wants to make a move in the mid lane. He's going to TP there after pushing out his lane. Little surprise blinkage. And is he going to TP there now? Yep, he's TPing middle now, but they see it under the ward. They don't know, however, that he has a Blink Dagger. So maybe false sense of security here.
Kind of backing off the lane, so they're not going to really allow themselves to get...
That's for me.
They
played
saw the
by
smoke.
this.
Smoke has been pinged out by the Tiny. He's running right up the hill to break the smoke.
Scanning.
And he will back off at a pretty unfortunate time.
There it is. Now it's broken, but he's got the blink anyway. Toss with the avalanche.
Not going to happen.
Still eating swell. And the impale.
Ching.
And there's the kill. Joel is pretty far forward. Natsumi, he's looking for an opportunity to get an RP here. I just don't know if that's necessarily what you want or what you need at the moment. You've got a lot of tanky heroes for the side of Fnatic. It's so far a 1-for-1. Phantom's Embrace taken off. Waning Rift on a 2. The Illusory Orb with the phase shift will allow Eopage to have an option to go away. But now he's looking for DJ, who is sitting quite low. Well, he's caught by 2 heroes. He's got the help from CTM. He's not dead just yet. Now, will they lose the axe? Raven, he's here with Moon. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. They'll take out his first life. They're still dealing with RP. They'll use it on a Raven. He takes a lot of damage. Purification right on top of him. Jab's trying to help out to get the kill to Yopaj. They'll get him, but they lose Raven. Now they'll look over at Moon. He'll get run down. This falls horribly for Fnatic.
Yeah, I don't know how Neon manages to do it every time. This fight is not supposed to go this way.
They held RP so long. Like,
They
that
did.
is honestly really great patience from Natsumi.
Yeah, I mean, just overall, they outplayed Fnatic hardcore there. They have 3 super tanky heroes, and they don't have a lot of damage to work with. The initiation on the Tiny at first.
Not amazing, honestly, because they got hit by the Avalanche Toss combo, so it takes a little bit longer for them to kill Play Hard.
Yep, and then they stay around for a little too long. Get the response. Nixus hasn't died first, which is a lot of their control.
Yeah, so this is a full team.
And look at the Grimstroke. He gets completely abandoned by his team.
And so did Axe up top.
And again, play out in trouble again.
Dream
3-man
Coil onto
coil.
3. They don't have an RP or anything. Because that combo could be pretty devastating.
You have to be careful. The Prisoner is still going him up. One more spray and he's dead.
Yeah, Play Hard's dead.
Now
they're going to look for the Omni.
Silence up.
Armor, Phantom's Embrace, and he's dead too.
Nice.
A little bit of a misplay, I think, by Neon there, staying too long and, you know, even... I don't think they got baited in by their own Dream Coil, because I don't think they really could have done anything with it.
Yeah.
I thought that Dream Coil was more to leave, and they didn't.
They did indeed not leave. And Magnus is going for what I thought he would be doing. Is he's going to Silver Edge straight instead of Blink Dagger. Of course, it's 2 different sort of items for initiation.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't like
think it's
that.
fine. I don't know.
We'll talk about it more later.
All right, well, Inkswell, silence. And they're trying
Tiny
to get
dead
this
again?
kill, and Tiny's just dead once more. They get the blink in the call on the Magnus. Natsumi in trouble. Soulbind lands on him, and Yopaj.
Oh,
It's
that's
going to
a
be
big
silence on
one.
both of them. That's exactly what they want. They'll kill off Natsumi. He's got buyback, but he doesn't have RP at the moment, so I doubt he even uses it, even though they're in between the tier 1 and the tier 2.
Just quickly going back to why I think the Shadow Blade is... I mean, it's needed, but it's also not good. Simply because once they have a sentry, there's just no way you can ever get a good RP going.
Yeah.
General in trouble here again.
Inkswell lands on both of them. It's still the right
He's
clicks are
very
very
tanky.
difficult.
1800 health on his Enge.
Dream Coil coming through, Purification right on top, Moon about half health, so is this Axe. They need to be a little bit careful. They've got the Nature's Attendance, but the Guardian Angel's not going to do anything. Yopaj dead to an impale from Jabs.
Yeah, he got Carapace just before that. And Chandra's now in trouble as well.
And they're they're going to catch the Titan. They're just running at them. They lost that last fight, and since then, it's just been a constant bloodbath for Neon. They continue to lose everybody.
They keep having grazing the Eng. Now Omni in trouble too.
He might just be dead as well. Yeah, under the Ink Swell, he's dead again. That's like, what, 10 straight kills right there?
Yeah, and Natsumi comes back, but all he can do is watch. And this is why we said this draft is very wonky. I don't even know how they won that one team fight they did.
They had him split.
They had him split completely. The two supports were caught off guard.
And here they didn't.
Yeah, if Nyx and Grimstroke die, you can win. You can kite the other three heroes. They're tanky meat boys, but that's all they are. But if you have the Grimstroke support with the Inkswell, with the Phantom Embrace, and the Carapace stun from Nyx, makes it so much easier.
And all of a sudden, now you're up 6,000 net worth.
Yep, and the game is not going to get easier for you. Like, you were supposed, if you wanted to win this game, you were supposed to be ahead at this point.
Yeah.
Because your late game doesn't scale as well.
Like, it was 6-4 after that team fight.
Yep.
Where they wiped them.
Now it's 6-12.
And now it's 6-12. And they've just continued to run at this team.
And 4-12 is, of course, 8.
8 unanswered kills, yeah.
Yep.
Because it was one long, drawn-out fight that got them 2 kills on multiple heroes.
Yeah.
And it just sets them back so much. Magnus, he's got a decent amount of farm. Yopaj is a little bit lacking, but we know what he can do with the minimum amount of farm that he's got right now. We've already seen it.
Yeah, I'm just really worried they won't be able to find like a good initiation.
Yeah.
They're kind of forced to blink in with Puck because this Magnus did go for the Shadow Blade route. Because he's itemizing into pure damage. So I understand it from that standpoint, but as I said before, they have one sentry ward. They will see him, he'll get good up, he will feel really uncomfortable in the fight. It's not going to be easy for him to find anything.
Nyx Assassin already going into the axe.
prowl
They
again.
catch him. Vendetta, Phantom's Embrace with the Ink Swell. That's going to pop right on top. They do have the call, but do they have the damage? Avalanche and a coil on 3, but you lose your Omni. So this coil doesn't matter. And Natsumi's kind of out of position
Moon's
here.
just in the
They've got
base.
Moon pretty deep, looking potentially for the RP, but there's the call. Avalanche in might give an opportunity to the RP, but they're soulbound together. They are in the base and just going after Neon with really no fear. Yeah, you've lost jabs, but you've got the call. Can Yopaj even get out of this? Ink Swell, is it lined up right? Not sure it even matters. They've got the right clicks. They'll get the kill. They are in your base, and they are about to take the tier 3.
They just crushed the fight inside of Neon's base. That could mean a tier 3 tower gone, potentially even a Rex. They used RP, they used coil.
I'm dead. The question
I'm dead.
just becomes, do Neon think that they can even still have a chance in this game?
It's so tough now to win for them. Like,
We've seen teams like IG, who, you know, as the Ravage is throwing them up into the air, called GG.
yeah, probably as soon as that Bristol was full health and not losing health in the base, Kaka would be like, yeah, GG.
Yeah.
He ain't dying, GG.
And then I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm dead. I like that one, actually. It's so good. It's like so emotionless. Fits side
I'm
perfectly.
dead.
Yeah.
I'm baiting. I'm dead.
Reminds me of VG, always. Like, going in, I'm going in.
I'm
dead.
dead.
Of course, you would say it in Chinese, but the team would always have a good chuckle when it happens. Because I always thought I'm Superman.
And then you just be like, I'm dead.
Yeah. And then Ice also jumps in with me. He's like, I'm dead too.
Why did you bring me here? You baited me.
Yeah, but... Shadow Blade? Oh, he gets silenced instantly with the sentry ward there.
Oh, dear.
But this is what they need. Grimstoke is dead. Maybe they have an opportunity now. Nyx Assassin also in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead too.
Not yet!
Okay, you know what? Never mind. I take it back.
Oh, he's dead.
Do I take it back?
I'm dead.
I don't take it back. He's dead.
But you can't do that.
Yes, I can. When I preemptively call someone dying, I'm going to take it back. And then bring it back. He's dead.
He's dead. Wait, Bristol is going into a nullifier, not an item you usually see on him. Not the biggest fan, rather that the Wraith King or someone else goes for it.
It's got double damage.
Yeah.
And an arcane rune working.
You know what
right
it
now.
does? It doubles the damage.
I thought it tripled.
No. That's Quake. Quad damage. Pretty broken. Wraith King almost AC finished.
I usually do this to a cost, but you think there should ever be a game point, or a point in the game where runes, power runes do double?
Ask Moon. They have Silver Edge.
He's broken, and now he's I'm dead. He's dead. Moon's gone.
That's what you get for not building Eternal Shroud.
But they're gonna go now on Natsumi. He's taunted up.
He has RP though.
He does, but can he even get it off? He's taking a lot of damage, and he's
I'm
just
dead.
stun locked. Natsumi gone. The silence on a Yopaj. Avalanche comes in, trying to keep Yopaj alive, but they've got themselves another Coin Blade they'll dunk on too. They're gonna dunk maybe
Daniel
even on a
next.
third.
Give him the dunk, come on.
There it is.
There it is.
Dunk City. It's Space Jam up in this game.
Yeah, and well-deserved tip from the team to Jabs. We can just see here why Puck is so hard to play into Nyx. He got Carapissed in like the last 3 fights, setting up perfectly on him, giving DJ the opportunity to Phantoms embrace him. The kill is all good and nice, but after that, you gotta go back right away.
Yeah,
Because Fnatic is responding, Natsumi still wants to push out the lane, gets caught, died pretty much immediately. Omni-Knight is not there to save him, otherwise the fight would look very different. And now look at Puck, getting Phantom embraced up.
I would say certainly a little bit odd that they tried to push out that lane, knowing that if Moon's there, most likely the rest of the team is as well, right?
It would have worked if Omni was there. They could have potentially turned the fight around, but their positioning was a little bit off there.
Let's see if they can get into the pit.
Nope, it's dead.
Secret, we're doing a lot of advertising. Okay. Wraith Fire Blast, but we've talked about how tanky this Enchantress
One hit,
is.
half health though.
Yeah, but he's still alive for now with the Nature's Attendance. Right clicks in. Can they finally kill him? He's healing up, and finally a crit comes out. But they're going after Moon. Like, jam well for Moon's perfect. DJ is dead. And Moon, he's trying to run in, get something done. He's broken. He's
But
fine.
only momentarily.
Yopaj? Ooh, boy.
I'm alive.
Almost has that axe.
Who does?
Nyx.
Oh, it's almost time for Burrow City.
Yeah, we were in Dunk City before, but this is a road trip.
Yeah, lots of cities to explore.
Sights to see.
It never stops. Places to be.
You just do that. You ever do that tourist walk where you're walking forward and your head is just at a upward angle? You're looking at all the
I never go
buildings?
out. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
9K lead here for Fnatic. It's a big lead, but Neon. If Neon win another fight, it gives them.
I mean, you say another. They only have won 1 fight so far.
Yeah, but it was a full team wipe.
Yeah, which only gave him 1k gold lead, and then immediately they got wiped again after.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is they have no damage. You need like a 5-man coil, 5-man RP, 5-man avalanche, something like that. And even then, I don't know if they have enough damage. I really don't like this Bristol item build though. I don't know why it's going to nullify. Obviously they have an Omni-Knight, but if you just itemize to outlast
Radiant's top
the Guardian
tower is
Angel,
under attack.
then you don't need to dispel it.
Right.
But with this item build, you're actually running risk that you can die after getting broken, as we have seen. Like if we just itemize into like a heart or into some armor, I think it would be much more beneficial for him.
Radiant's top
We'll see if he changes his mind. If it even goes that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, knocking on the high ground.
is under attack.
I think they want to wait for Wraith King 18 though. He's so close to it. It's going to be another minus 100, minus 80 seconds cooldown, sorry. Don't want to spread lies. We're very honest people here.
Trying to be.
Also, Nyx Assassin, 200 gold off his
Axe, yeah.
axe, yep. And he's also carrying the apple, which apples are good. You should eat one every day if you can. Gives you 13 strength and in. Sorry, 14.
I'm more of a golden delicious apple kind of guy.
I'm more of a pink lady guy.
We don't have many. We probably do, but
Pink ladies are really nice. It's basically the crunch from the green with the sweetness of the red. It's like a hybrid apple.
do they have those here? Natsumi, ooh, almost getting caught, but he gets the skewer back. Moon, I don't know if he's the one you want in your base.
Not with an Aegis, for sure. Janual again.
They're trying to kill him. They're doing some okay damage. Genwell on the
And
low ground.
Saku!
And he's dead. Junko behind enemy lines. Illusory Orb. It's only on a 2. They've got the Ink Swell out onto the axe. Junko gets broken out on jabs, and they look for the call. The blink again missing. They still want to chase Yopaj.
Dire's
Battle hang it up.
structures are fortified.
All right, phase shift, Illusory Orb.
Is under attack.
Jabs still walking in. Only a Yule's onto the axe. I think Yopaj thinks he's okay, but Jabs is right here waiting for him. Oh, the jukes. No.
gonna-
Oh, the blink the wrong way.
And he's pushing
And
out
now he gets to
another
cut out a
wave.
creep wave.
Now
wow.
that's space created right there. But Moon and Raven are still in the mid lane, all by themselves, so maybe there's an opportunity.
They have RP.
And... Is it an opportunity? Maybe?
No, Natsumi's top. Now the team's back. Blink call. Lands
the
onto the
Omni!
But the Avalanche is really well placed. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save this Omni
dead.
Knight. It's not. He's dead. But the RP comes out. Soulbind. Can he do anything with this? They'll take out the Aegis. They've got the break onto the Wraith King. Can they get this kill on Raven? Guardian Angel comes out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to save Natsumi. They've got the Avalanche as well as the toss. They'll get the first life out of the hands of both Moon and Raven.
He's phantom
And now
up.
behind him, they kill Yopaj. Oh, he just gets caught out again. And he has no buyback. This is the beginning of the end for Neon. They lose 2, and this mid-set might just be gone. And Jabs will burrow, and now we are
in his
welcomed
face.
into Burrow City.
Burrow City here and take Rex City. He got carapaced in the face by the Nyx. Phantom embraced up, and just no chance for Yopaj to escape at all.
Now you don't have RP.
It's a brutal support duo to play into as a puck. Like, both of them just hard counter you. It was a
Neon
very
still wanna
confident
go.
puck pick. Yeah, I mean, they can try to go, they just don't have RP. They have no damage. They landed a 3-man RP and killed 1 Aegis. That's it. It's looking spicy.
And they're called GG.
Nah, I'm dead.
All right. They're dead.
Yeah.
They helped out as long as they could. There was some glimmers of hope for Neon, but for Fnatic, they get the victory. I don't want to say, you know, it was a perfect game, but it was much better than we've seen from them in the past.
It was much better, but I wouldn't read too much into this because Neon's draft was...
unwinnable.
I actually just want to say, I call it out as it is, it was bad. Like, they had like no real winning condition.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a safe lane Mac, you kind of want to have something with an oomph in the mid lane. Like some Ember Spirit, something that can maybe carry, maybe even like a Medusa or something, you know, that can just scale into the late game because Mac alone can't do it.
Right. Yeah, I just... There were points where I thought Neon could get it done, but you see...
After
like,
the one fight,
if Natsumi and Yopaj, if either one of them gets caught, I think everything kind of breaks down for them.
Yeah, it's just a brutally hard outdraft.
Yeah.
Good job to Fnatic there.
Yep. And they take a 1-0 lead over Neon. To break down game number 1, we've got the panel. We'll send it back over to you guys. Take it away.
I'm dead.
He's what? He's dead?
He's done.
He's done. I'm done. So are Neon, because they kind of came into this game, and I think they were like, yo, we got this strategy, man. Carry Magnus. And they weren't really paying attention to what Fnatic were picking.
Or the other 4 heroes that they picked.
Also true.
There's a thin line between madness and being
Insanity.
an actual
Insanity and genius.
and
Between
genius,
madness
yeah. Madness and insanity.
Yeah, there's a thin line between
There's
that
a
two.
very thin line too. Yeah, but if you look at Neon and if you look the way that they played throughout the major, they had different drafts. And they caught us off guard with those drafts many times in a row. We would
They
be
caught
like,
themselves in this one.
this time, yeah, they caught themselves.
Position 4 Tiny, still not convinced. I'm playing it. I still trying to test it to see how good it is. It's just very lackluster compared to some other position 4s.
But that's your
At the
play.
moment, they can snap the coil. They have 2 of the best high ground defense in terms of we're gonna skewer you and push you back to tier 4 towers possibly. But these heroes are so tanky on Fnatic. Like you have this Bristleback. You have a Wraith King with 2 ultis, Axe. He gets an early Vanguard.
Even
he
the
gets
Nyx
first one.
assassin. They
And maybe-
did the first toss skewer on Nyx, and he just tanked the tower and
And
walked
maybe
away.
that's the problem, you know, like when you look at this draft from Neon, they're extremely tanky, but maybe that's really the problem. They didn't pay attention to what Fnatic was drafting. They just went with their own stuff, with their own strategy
That's what it seemed like.
that under these circumstances did not work.
I wonder if Timbersaw was banned, because that would have been a much
I
better
think it
final pick
was.
than Omni Knight.
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, into 3 strength heroes, I think it would be a no-brainer for them. And it just becomes way too difficult. Something we talked before the game started. Where's the damage gonna come from Neon? Like they get these hoots, they get possibly PKBs, or just tank up with the items. Like you're not gonna feel the damage coming out from Puck. Tiny has 1 combo, Enchantress. You know, it's pure damage, but it's really not there. Magnus tried to itemize to break the Bristleback, managed to kill him once or twice. Other than that, you just can't have Magnus as a carry without giving Empower to another hero that benefits from it. Because Puck is not that hero, Omni Knight on the offlane is not
Omni
that
Knight,
hero.
man, just believe.
They needed a win condition, but we're watching the draft. I'm like, they need this win condition on the last pick. They pick Omni Knight. We
you have
all
to-
go like, what?
you have the holy might behind you. He he carries a big hammer.
That's why-
Surely that's an empowerable
Like
target.
conceptually, I look at it because you were saying like, oh, Heavenly Grace. You know, I think Black was mentioning Heavenly Grace plus some power. That's so
lot
much
of
more
damage.
base damage.
Still, I really could see this idea working versus a different draft. Like
Yeah.
if Fnatic was a bit squishier and whatnot, it's like when you're playing Clockwork or when you're playing these heroes that, like a Bounty, you want to see some squishy heroes. You want to see some juicy targets, someone that you can go on top and just eliminate him. Here, like there's only Grimstroke and that's it.
I don't mind the hero pairing. I think that was very innovative. We might even see Sven plus Omni Knight coming back potentially, but this also works. So I want to see more of that. I just don't think this was a
Maybe
good
some Riki
overall
mid lane
draft.
that we saw
Sure,
or something
anything
like
that
yeah.
just benefits from the Empower, because it's just you casting the Empower on yourself, and that's it. Like you don't get the value. You get 50% of the value from the spell.
Yeah, usually at least there's like even like a Morphling, even if it's not a cleave hero, it's some sort of attribute heavy
At
hero.
least something, yeah.
This is what I
some Terrorblade we've seen as
talk
well.
Yeah.
about, like just being efficient. Same goes for position 4 Tiny in this case, where you're utilizing 2 of your spells. 3 grab as a position 4 Tiny, you don't do too much with it. You know, you're not going to be able to right-click people down. Ulti is passive, it's just armor, damage, you know, but it's all about those 2 spells. So pretty much you're using 50% of the hero.
And guess what you can't do if you are getting Carapaced, you can't Avalanche Toss. And if you're getting Phantoms Embraced by our MVP DJ on the Grimstroke, what the hell are you going to do? You
I
punch...
just kill the Phantom.
Oh yeah, just kill the Phantom. It takes me like 15 seconds to get 2 attacks off.
He deserves it. Like DJ and Jabs overall, 2 position 4s in the same team.
No, I think Phantom's Embrace was game-winning this game because every single time you would initiate on like a Puck, then it would be Axe Taunt, and so Puck is attacking that, and then DJ gets the Phantom's Embrace back, puts it on the Tiny because he was like, okay, Puck's dead. I got my cooldown refreshed.
That's why E-Blade was so popular on this hero.
Exactly.
You get it very early on a core Grimstroke, that is. You get the E-Blade, you Phantom's Embrace plus E-Blade. What do? I can't hit it. I can't not hit it because it's killing me. I guess I die.
We got to give credit to Chuan. He actually played amazing. I think this was his best game on Axe. Some really good initiations, know exactly where he needed to be, catching Puck off guard. Like if you're fast with Puck, you should be able to dodge it, but then again, he also played into Grimstroke, so that silence comes in handy. But definitely you can see that this guy is improving. The more he's playing, he's just getting better.
I like the dynamic with him and Moon in matchups like this, where both of them are playing very, very tanky heroes, bulky boys.
So that's it. Just tank up.
That's
go
just
to
tank.
hit the
Alliance
gym.
is finding
I've been
success
telling
with
you,
it.
Tsunami, for how much time now?
You told me you were going to give me a routine. You told me I
Exactly.
could fill out the shirt a little bit better if I had some muscles in it, but right now it's looking kind of baggy.
Look at that beard, man. It
I know,
deserves.
I
It
know.
deserves them.
The shame. The
No,
shame.
no,
Don't body
y-
shame me, Lizard.
You're looking great.
Thank
man.
you. And hopefully Neon can pull it around, or maybe Fnatic are going to be looking better than ever before if they can pull off a 2-0, but going to have to go to a quick break before we can find that out, and you will get some sweet, sweet vision of a HyperX keyboard, a Secret Lab chair, and hopefully a game 2 after the break.
change of range.
That is the chorus of Fnatic fans who are like, "Oh, they're doing it," and it's making it look good. I think that much as how B-Cop and Black said, that's probably the cleanest game that we've seen from Fnatic thus far.
Do you get hyped
When?
by music like that? Like,
Orchestral music, not so much. I know a lot of Dota streamers listen to, like, I don't know if it's because it's royalty-free music and they just don't want to get DMCA'd, but I need more, like, synth. I need more electronics.
I'm all about that drum and bass when
Exactly.
Yeah, when I want to get hyped about the game, you know, play a
There's-
couple of songs.
there was a website, I believe, Epic Music Time or something like that. I don't think it's operational anymore, but streamers would always ask me where my music is coming from.
So that's the type of music that you would listen to?
Epic Music Time was literally, I was using it for like a year. It was literally music from all the epic movies and scenes.
Oh yeah,
and all
love
like
that.
Some
one.
Lord of the Rings.
It's
Love
like,
those.
yeah, exactly. Like it can't not hype.
You know what
up.
I like
Fantastic.
tavern music.
Yeah, it gives you a nice chill vibe. Especially you can hear some like whatever tankards like clanking together and stuff
I
like
was
that.
listening to Eminem, but like with flutes and whatnot, like tavern music type, like.
Oh, like renditions,
Yeah,
like a cover of
renditions,
it.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, yeah, I've seen a lot of those, like Renaissance covers of
Exactly,
popular songs. Oh
Renaissance
yeah,
covers,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that. And Westworld also did like the TV show. They did a lot of covers of like Western style covers of popular songs. That was also pretty good.
I think I told you that. They remind me from that guy from the Westworld.
Which guy? I don't think you
The
told me
guy.
this. the
yeah.
guy? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
I don't know what
that
he,
guy.
I don't know
the
what his
guy.
name is. I watched only like 4 episodes and stopped.
Which guy?
He might be the doctor or the scientist inside that lab or whatever
Oh,
that is.
right. I know who you're talking about. You're
So
just saying
you-
that just because of the beard.
Because of the beard, yeah. But the face is kind of also the same.
But it's mostly the beard,
And
which is like
and the
90%
voice. The
of
voice
it.
is also
The most
similar.
whenever I look in Twitch chat, there are always ways that I can tell which region is watching. If it's North America, they'll say James Harden casting Dota. Also, actually, surprisingly, Southeast Asia. I didn't realize Southeast Asia watches as much NBA. And then if it's Euro, they'll say Mo Salah,
The
footballer.
player,
Yeah,
James
they just have
Moore.
beards.
James,
I don't know who
James
these
probably.
guys
They just
are.
have
so-
beards.
Yeah.
They're athletes,
They're
not
athletes?
e-athletes, just
Not-
normal
not
athletes.
Professional e-gamers.
not e-gamers.
We're all about the e-gamers in SCA, and
should
we're all
be.
about this matchup, which is pretty much the derby in the Southeastern Asia region. Obviously, waiting for TNC Fnatic as well. They didn't play, right?
Nope,
They're
that
still
will be
TNC
last
Fnatic.
week.
That will be also very strong, but Fnatic, first and foremost, they need to close out this series. If they manage to 2-0 OB.Neon, that would be really a surprise for me, because I expected Neon to do better. Lacoste as well, he said 65-35. We share the sentiment. Let's see if OB.Neon... Let's see if Fnatic can do the same if Neon drafts a normal draft. If they don't funk it all out with some Omni Knight on safe lane,
Sure.
or off lane, and whatnot.
But
Magnus
this is
safe.
the way they've been drafting. You know, maybe we just got used to what they're playing, like their Sankings, their Miranas, Nature's Prophets. They open up with
Ios.
IO, okay.
They will play it on core.
The cycle has been completed. You ban out some new heroes because they are seemingly broken, and the good old broken stuff comes back into the meta because, look, you have to ban out the Medusa, you have to ban out the Nyx.
No.
Maybe worry about Brood as well, which did go through, by the way.
I am inevitable.
But Fnatic just don't pick it. When Brood goes out of the first stage, they don't pick it.
Give me some offlaner with a stun. Give me some position 4 with a stun paired up with AA. I would not mind seeing possibly Earth Spirit, Tusk. I do not want to see like Ancient Apparition 3-int type of picks. Okay, there's the stun. I like that. Just being able to get on top of IO, long duration stun, set up for Ancient Apparitions Blast. Give me that Spirit Vessel. Give me some percentage-based damage against IO, possibly Phoenix. Still in a pool, paired up with the Centaur, could be very good for Fnatic, even though he doesn't provide you with a stun. But now when you have a Centaur, I don't mind that. Ancient Apparition plus Phoenix is okay-ish, but let's see what they respond with. Nyx Assassin this time around, banned out.
Are we going to see now a brawler on that 5, or will this be not a core? They go with the puck. Okay, this doesn't really reveal a lot. It reveals that puck most likely will be on that mid lane, even though they did flex it just as much.
I think they want to mask if they want to make this IO a core support until a later phase.
Oh,
man,
look
we
at
don't
these
we don't
boys.
even need a seed lizard. The Centaur has the same physique as lizard pretty much. Six arms.
6 arms Goro Centaur. Give me that.
Is that 6 arms or 4 arms,
4 arms,
legs?
4 legs. That's right.
Okay.
8 appendages total. We have puck. Oh, Io's a particle, so we can't see Io. But just all
He's there. He's
Io's
there, just smoked or in Shadow Amulet.
right, chappying it up.
Chapio. I didn't hear that nickname in a while.
I wonder why.
Is he back? I think
I
he's
think
back.
He's playing in some
Is he
team.
really?
I
Yeah,
think he's
he
back.
is.
Oh wow, it's hard to see. You need some true sight. This is awesome.
Ancient looks sick though. Ancient and Centaur looking pretty cool. The
Yep.
technology, man, it's gone too far.
Production does not
They
want to
w-
give us too much out of this. It would be way
We'd
too
be
cool.
spoiled.
Yeah, it would be spoiled with all the stuff that they got. So they're just showing off, guys, we have this.
Just a taste. Eventually, they won't even need panelists or casters. We're just going to be VTubers at some point that are just going to be sitting on a panel.
Like a void spirit sitting here.
Oh
the
my God,
Storm
that sounds
Spirit
awesome,
talking
Didn't
actually.
they,
about the
didn't they
game.
have that? I think I read it about Weathermans. That I think in China or maybe
Really? They have
yeah,
like
or
virtual
Korea.
weather
Yeah.
computer generated? That
I mean,
makes
how
sense.
hard could it be? Just give us some green suit and make us into Dota characters?
Yeah, the little
If
mocap
Instagram
balls.
can change my face when I'm recording some story or sending some videos to my girlfriend, like I'm sure they can change the panel look as well.
What hero are you turning into when you're sending videos to your girlfriend, Lizard?
Axe.
That's a good choice.
It's a very good choice. There's a set that makes it look great.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with this set.
Oh, it's
You get the grass skirt as well. Terrorblade
The leaf
Bandit.
is enough. Anyway, yeah, TB, Void Spirit, Bristleback from OB.Neon. Meanwhile, Elder Titan, Clockwork, and Brood by Fnatic.
Yo, you
Some
got
more
what you
catch.
wanted, Lacoste. You wanted stuns.
Stands. Now that the puck is picked, Lion is also okay. Just the more control, more burst damage. Are they gonna go with the Gyro, or is this gonna be a core IO?
I feel
I'm
like
feeling it's core.
Really?
Yeah,
with,
you're
with,
feeling-
with Grimstroke?
You're feeling it's gonna be a support?
I'm not sure. Like, if Grim is 4, then a core IO is a possibility because you can combo it with some brawler type 5. But Fnatic
I
banned
think
out
Tusk
2 of
is
them.
also completely fine for Neon. Tusk IO is...
Yeah, Tusk,
You can
definitely.
just swap the lanes. Tusk can still play position 4, Grim 5. It's really up to them.
And you don't really have many options anymore for Neon because Elder Titan banned out, Clockwork banned out.
Yeah, but
There's
Abaddon.
Abaddon and Abaddon and Tusk.
Abaddon? Abaddon? Abba?
Actually, Abba would be amazing because he's also good
With
versus Lion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Abaddon?
Abaddon.
Abaddon?
Abaddon.
I think it's a Abaddon. He refers to it. He's like Abaddon.
Yeah, Abaddon.
In Dota 1 days, we called him Abaddon.
Yeah, that's why I was mistaken. I used to spell it ABBA, but there's only one B. It's ABADDON. There's 2 D's, not 2 B's. You know what
Okay.
it's like to have 2 D's.
Sure.
Oh no, you have 2 Z's in your name. Never mind.
Yeah, but I know both of them.
You know what
Anyway,
it's like to have 2 Ds when me and Black are on the panel.
That's true. Dominic and Dominic. And also your personalities. Dragon Knight gets picked up as most likely the Moon Hero.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing. They just pick Dragonite into the puck, right? Like you now have some control against him, and you're
More
strong
stuns,
in the lane.
more
More
setup
stuns.
for those blasts. So a lot of control. They Let's see what they decide to go for.
Fnatic's draft just looks better for picks in again.
Again.
Second game in a row. But Neon, they do like to throw these curveballs. Will they go with the IO core, or will it be... They did play Gyro carry as well
They
a
did.
couple of times, so it's an option.
What about some Ursa, maybe? If they don't want to play IO as a carry. My guess it's going to be Tusk. Just a good save, because they are lacking one, and then the IO is going to be played as a core. But if they want to play IO as a support, I would not mind seeing Ursa. Yeah, great against Centaur, great against the Dragon Knight.
For me, Lifestealer as well looks great, but not great with IO. Like, pretty bad, actually, for combination. We go with the Slardar.
Slardar.
Oh, so this could be your IO Slardar
IO Slardar offlane, yeah.
Then Grimstroke +1 on the save.
Ricky.
I think harder. I think you can find better combinations with
Phantom
Slardar.
Assassin.
Doable, possible.
I'm just looking at Grimstroke pairings. The old blinkers.
I think maybe Slardar would be more important to look at as a pairing.
Which is the lane though? I thought IO Slardar is like a classic
no,
lane.
like in the game.
Oh, okay.
In the game, the corrosive haze, like which heroes benefit the most. Like,
Yeah.
from it.
There goes Ricky.
Here goes Ricky.
Okay.
I think you ban out Phantom Assassin also.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing PA. Just a good old combo. Slaughter plus a PA opens up the Roche.
And
They
you can-
need win condition. Like said the same thing in the previous game. They decided to pick Omni Knight, not really a win condition.
Maybe it will be the Slardar carry that I've seen popping up recently.
What about Medusa?
I hate that.
I wouldn't mind seeing. Oh, Medusa's banned.
First
First-
banned, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually saw quite a bit of Slardar recently played on the carry role, but I hope not.
I'm not convinced. I
you
saw
never
it
know.
too.
You never know. Neon is a team that could maybe do it, but Natsumi, I want to see a normal hard carry for him. Either the IO or the PA that you mentioned sounds good if it doesn't get banned. Raid King ban. I don't think you mind that much playing versus Raid King if you're Slardar IO, right? Like that lane should still be pretty solid for you, but Raid King plus AA is definitely a problem for anyone.
Yeah.
So. And they would be just bulky again, and the same draft from game 1 would literally be in game 2. Just 3 cores that you can't deal with.
What about some range hero for Fnatic, like a Drow Ranger? I wouldn't mind seeing that, even though they have like Puck, but in the laning stage.
It's
they-
great versus Slardar in the lane.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Drow for Neon because of Slardar, but versus Centaur, it's kind of hard to justify it.
You
Later
know
on,
what I
that
miss?
Stampede.
Poor man's shield. I miss that item.
I don't.
I'm
I
just
don't.
kidding. Just kidding. No one misses that item. Buy a poor man's shield, one branch. I think you could have bought buy tangos or someone shares
Yeah,
your tangos,
you
and
used
you
to.
go offlane.
No damage.
No damage at all whatsoever, especially
Now
if
you
you're
have to wait 5 minutes until you can't take damage with the
I used
Vanguard.
to, there was, when Roger was in VP, they played IO +1 on mid lane, and they would just crush us every single time until we figured out Spirit Breaker plus PMS, and you just go mid lane and you own them. It doesn't matter. You just stand there on the mid lane. They toss you like it's IO Tiny. They toss you under the tower. You take no damage. You just walk away. Magnus.
again.
Again.
But this
Okay.
time around, they have a Slardar who is damage dealer, who benefits. He doesn't have a farm item. He doesn't flash farm whatsoever. But yeah, this could be a bit better pairing. It opens up the Roche for them. And the Slardar with them power sounds a bit scary. What did we discuss? What did we say it's a good pick?
For Fnatic?
Drow,
Yeah,
we
Drow
talked
Ranger.
about maybe.
Huh.
Still alright. Neon, though, they can really switch things up on their draft, though. If you look at the heroes that they have, it's still very flexible, so...
I mean, I'm guessing it's carry mag, offlane Slardar, and mid
yeah,
puck.
sure, but it could be like some crazy mag support or Slardar
true.
with IO carry. They can flex things.
It's just, if it's mag support, then is he empowering the Slardar exclusively?
Maybe in chat, you're beautiful.
Arc Warden? That's your boy, Lizard! Why weren't you calling for him? Why are you calling for Drow Rangers when you could be having Arc Warden?
Because I don't like
Because
Arc
of the
Ward.
Gust. Because of Gust. You know, slow the damage output, the early laning stage. I'd still prefer this to be a Drow Ranger.
It's a good Arc game overall. Like, what you worry about as an Arc Warden is carries that can get on top of you easily. This will be a carry Magnus. So you don't worry really about that at all.
Okay, well, Fnatic perhaps overcomplicating things in the very last pick with an Arc Warden. Now, I'm giving you a second chance, Black. It's a carry Magnus. Is this a better carry Magnus game, or is it a worse carry Magnus game?
Or it can't be worse, so it's definitely better.
All right.
But is it great?
That is the question.
Probably not.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I mean, it's
You really think that?
like, why did they go all in with this Magnus like twice? It's pretty, like, unexplored, right?
It
But
is.
maybe they're feeling it has like a lot of potential. It's definitely a lot better than before. You can enable the Slaughter as well. He can itemize into like maybe a Mom and 2 Blink or something like that.
I'm going with Neon. I think that they have a
Okay,
plan, and they do not want to go through tiebreakers. So if they're banking it all on carry Mag, I'm going Neon again. Lacoste?
All right.
I'm just thinking. I never like got the full vision how strong Arc Warden is. Maybe in this game, I'll go with Fnatic in this one. I've seen most of the Arc Wardens pretty much losing the games. They farm. They take a lot of farm. But I'll still go with them because I really like the first 4 picks. Would prefer if this was a Draw Ranger instead, but yeah, I'll go with
I love
Fnatic.
Arc. Like I play him a lot, but I still don't see why you didn't pick something else and make life easier for you. I feel like you're actually giving Neon the chance to empower this Lardar, empower yourself, and get a lot of farm on these 2 cores. After which Arc Warden isn't truly a problem any longer. So yeah, I'll go with Fnatic.
I usually let you go last, but this time I'm letting Black go last. You have to make a
Okay.
decision.
You know, you could spam I'm dead twice now with the Arc Warden. I think that works out. You know, we saw a lot of spamming of that, so I'm still going Neon anyway. These words before it have nothing to do with why I'm making my pick.
It's
but
all
just what I'm
purely just
recognizing.
social
Yeah.
media reasons.
It's all social media reasons. I need more engagement. Hopefully I'll get it.
So you're placing a lot of faith into this Magnus.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go Fnatic then.
Ooh.
Disappointing.
All right, it's happening again, which did not work out well for me and Beak Up in game number 1. But hey,
No.
it's a brand new draft. It's a brand new day. Well, actually, it's the same day. But go ahead and cast game number 2.
I don't like this smile. You're just kind of like giving me this weird look. Thank you. Get that off the screen, please.
Whoa.
Just giving me this straight up.
I will be honest with you,
Straight
Beak Up,
up.
okay? I'll be honest with you.
Yes, be honest with me because I feel like nobody is.
Yes, I'm got the same feeling after a couple of conversations with certain governments. Let's get it out of here.
Oh my god.
But I think this draft is a lot more even than the first draft.
Right.
It's just, I've never been a big fan of picking a Slaughter into a Dragon Knight who naturally just is kind of good against you. Got a long stun after you initiate, you can't really burst him down too easily. But overall, the Neon draft is, as I said, way better. It's just scary against the Arc Warden. Can they keep him in check? We'll have to see. It's definitely going to be a farm game. Where Arc Warden's going to be farming, Magnus is going to be farming. There's a lot of tempo to be had from the Neon side, so they can definitely run over this Arc Warden.
Worried about Arc Warden giving away too much gold. Last time we saw Arc Warden, I swear his Tempest Doubles gave away at least 5k worth
Probably
of gold.
more. Like,
Yeah,
I thought it was
felt like
closer
a
to
lot.
9k or so.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a stat that's in the game. Gold given away by Tempest Doubles.
I agree.
Those like little stats that you should really be aware of.
Yeah, but
Because that's a learning experience, right? If you're learning Arc Warden and you've given away 9k worth of gold,
it's super important, yeah.
you'd want to know that.
I think you kind of do know already, like if you're just running down lanes and feeding with it.
True.
Okay, throwing up the orb.
The battle begins.
Just another 2-2 split.
Yep. Immediately.
Yep. So why did they pick Arc Warden instead of another range carry? I'm not entirely sure myself. I feel like what the panel said is pretty justified. Like this was a very good draw ranger game. Goes very well with the DK. Also helps DK with the armor problems he will have once Slaughter reaches like level 12 or 18. Arc Warden offers, I guess, more late game insurance is what they were looking for. But I would have definitely preferred a draw here. Still went for Fnatic, of course. But if they went for draw, I would have definitely gone for Fnatic. Not like a toss-up.
Right.
You know.
I think this lane could be dangerous for DJ and Raven down bottom. Like that.
They can overrun them.
Yeah, Bash, Slithering Crush, Ancient Apparition, you're dealing with 640 health. Raven not much more.
Yeah, this lane is all about right-clicking for the Radiant side and staying out of range. If they ever get initiated on, they can die just so fast. That overcharge is gonna secure like 2 bashes at least, and one hero will more than likely die, if that happens. But they do have the range advantage, they can play range, which is what they need to do. They have to make sure they can't pull on the Dire side, which is why they block the camp with the sentry ward, because you want to have the creep wave on your side like all the time.
Yeah.
So you can use that range advantage.
Keeps you safest.
Yep. Top lane. We haven't seen Magnus being too successful in game 1. This game though, if they get a tower score with the Inkswell, it should be a guaranteed kill. And it's still pretty easy to set up with a shockwave and the score. Not the hardest thing to do. Mid lane, we see Yopaj actually struggling quite a bit already in CS. 9-2 to 3-2. It's a tough lane for Puck. Always has been. We've seen some Pucks win somehow, but it's not what should happen.
It's pretty stationary for DK, I would say. Moon could just kind of sit there, and I don't think he really has much fear in dying.
I mean, especially in this patch with all the runes, you don't even need to max Dragon Blood anymore. We see a lot of DKs going for bottle, which Moon also did. And you just prioritize skilling the Breathe Fire a bit higher, which helps you scale a bit more in the earlier portions of the game. Jando is getting very low here, took a tower hit.
Ooh, this is a rough spot.
Oh, he did dodge the Remnant though, or the Spirit.
But he's still dead.
He actually died?
Yeah. Cold Feet, Chilling Touch, more than enough to get the kill. He's sitting really low and just in a pretty awful position.
Yep, trying to go a little bit too aggressively here. And this is why this lane is so good. I really want the IO to buy some sentry wards. Do you want that big camp? You need to pull that big camp in order to make them make mistakes. He has 1 sentry ward now, so he's probably going to do that right away. And this is really what you need to do. Like, you need to be able to pull, make sure they try to contest, then you run at them, then you have a chance to kill them.
So Yopaj bringing it back. Now even, basically, with the DK.
Yeah, still got a wave, of course, running to his tower, but see how good his last hitting is on the DK. Already missed 1. Okay, oh, no pressure. Okay, got 4 of 5. Not bad. And it's the second wave. Oh.
You could try again.
Yeah. But starting minute 4, screw it back. Centaur is tanky though.
Yeah, not really the hero you want to get, and that Inkswell really doesn't do anything.
And now level 3 online, it could be level 2 Impale. Has to be careful and play hard here. Level 2 Impale, level 2 Double Edge. Could be solving the kill.
Cold Feet again. But still, that won't proc over.
Yeah. It's going to be minute 4 now though, so the big camp will spawn. They will get an opportunity to pull the lane back and force Fnatic into a bad spot. But right now, Fnatic is abusing their range advantage really well down there.
Yeah, and they're getting away with a lot. This isn't with the strength of the IO starter lane that we're used to seeing. But that's, like you said, it's because they're using the range advantage quite well. Tranquil's all ready for the line.
It's also because usually we don't see Slaughter pick blindly. Usually they have like a sort of an idea what the matchup is going to be. Because even if it was a draw ranger, right, it would be the same thing.
Yeah. I guess you could kind of assume that it was going to be a ranged hero though, right?
Yeah, if you pick Slaughter that early. You had to assume.
Natsumi out of mana, thanks to the mana drain of Jabs.
Oh, he actually went 1-1-1 on Jabs, okay. They're out-regioning them top by a lot. Tranquil Boot still up, still one healing self, almost Vanguard on the Centaur. This lane is not going to get easier for Dire.
Right now, things are looking really good for Fnatic. Already 1k ahead, and this is similar to last game.
Yep. DK is about to hit level 6, so if Puck chooses to rotate, we're going to see some tower damage. The question is, I don't really know how good this Magnus carry scales against an Arc Warden. I haven't seen it matchup in forever. Like, the last time I saw it was probably a couple of patches ago, a couple of years. So I don't really know who's on the timer this game, but I would imagine it's still the Dire, because Centaur and Dragon Knight scale really nice. And they have the AA to potentially block some satanic plays from the Magnus later. Which of course, an Ice Blast stops you from regening up with any sort of health regeneration or life leech.
but he goes into the other dragon form, throws a dragon tail out, doing some decent damage onto Yopaj.
Yeah. Rune spawning top. Play hard destroying the haste. Okay. Nice D-Watt as well. And now onto the tower pressure.
Yeah, at least trying to put something on. They do have the Lion here as well.
General is also here though. So they're kind of leaving the Slaughter alone bottom. It's already looking not too good. Like 2k advantage just with 1 kill is usually not a good sign.
It means all these lanes are really not going well for you in terms of CS.
Yeah. So they're committing 3 heroes middle now just to kind of stop the DK from hitting the tower, but they're not getting anything done with it. Which also leaves the Magnus solo.
Slaughter as well. Yeah.
Slaughter as well. And they're just losing the silence even harder like this.
Yeah, Fnatic have put themselves in a really good spot.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they managed to up their game by that much in just, what, 1 day?
Just about. Dream Coil used, they'll get the cut of jabs, they'll at least get something out of this. Yopaj moves over and claims the life of one.
Yeah. I mean, it's still it's a good kill, but Slaughter's in trouble here. Cold feet, double,
If it
flux.
goes over, he's probably dead. He's dead regardless. Like, CTN just getting run down. Raven has the easy kill with the help of the Ancient Apparition and the Tempest double.
This is the problem when you leave a hero solo against Arc Warden. That flux is just so good against single targets. Especially if you have 2 of them. They just don't move. Get stuck in the cold feed, a lot of damage coming out from AA, and easy kill there.
And his right clicks are no joke, especially with the chilling touch.
He already finished the Midas, by the way, on Arc Warden. Pre-minute 8. Which is probably one of the patch... Not records, but probably pretty far up there. Maybe it's even a record. I don't even know how often you've seen Arc Warden.
You think for Arc Warden that's a record, or just overall? So that gets completed at 7:56.
Yep, pretty early.
And then here's the Stampede. They're trying to get the Lion out.
And he gets out. And Playhard also gets out.
Yeah.
But mid tower's taking more and more damage.
Sooner or later, that mid-tier one's going to go down.
Another Dragon Tail on the... Oh, Io got caught out. If
Cold
he lives...
Feet goes over, and now they've got the Skewer, but Moon still gets the kill. He's under the tower, they'll use the RP. Do they have the damage? He's quite tanky. They're draining the mana away.
Fairy Fire.
And they have frozen over this Magnus. Moon still surviving. Tower shot's not enough. The Earth Spike lands on Tunatsumi's dead.
This is what I love to see from Arc Warden players. Like,
And they still want more. They at least get the Ancient Apparition.
okay, they do get the A in the trade, but Raven being very active with his clone very early on, getting the rotation in, helping them to kill the Magnus. And sure, the AA dies, but it's not a good trade for you. You lose the Io, you lose the Magnus, who wants to be farming right now.
Yeah.
You want to really make use, like we said, it's basically a Sven. You want to be on top of the net worth, but he's so far behind now. And Slaughter just doesn't really feel like he has any sort of game. He went Hood first. Like, I usually don't like this defensive approach on Slaughter, especially when you have an Io in your team. Who's going to be his partner this game if Slaughter is so weak? It's going to be hard.
Sure. I don't know who they really have.
Yeah. It's a big ancient stack they're farming up though. So at least they got that going for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
At the same time though, they're losing top tower. Mid tower is also below half.
Are fortified.
This is tier 1 tower. Top's going to go down.
Yeah.
Nobody here to defend it.
Map shrinkage, as we like to call it, is happening right now. And not a huge stack though.
Possessed mask for the Arc Warden. Stampede again.
Oh,
Ice Blast coming in. They've got the Hex with the stun. This might just be a dead Yopaj if he's not too careful.
He didn't get the double edge out, otherwise he would have been dead. Good Phantom's Embrace by Playhard. And Mag farmed like 2 5-stacks. So his network was getting up there. It's so hard to compete with an Arc Warden that had a minute 8 Midas though.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the quickest Midas of the patch is 5 minutes, 58 seconds.
On Arc Warden?
No, just
Or
in general.
any hero?
Yeah.
What hero was that on? Maybe some Doom or something?
Tower is under attack.
That sounds ridiculous.
It could have been Doom, right? Because he's getting picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, or just a guy that got like 7 kills. But I mean, if 5 Midas, like if you see it as an enemy, you're probably like, alright.
close to 6. 558 is
We're
pretty
going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
That
is
can't be a
under
very
attack.
farmed hero.
Like, imagine seeing an AM with Bella for a minute 10, you're like, ow.
Radiant's bottom tower
Okay.
has fallen.
This is not what I wanted.
Our Void has power threats. We're in a good spot here. Yeah, they stabilized the game on Neon.
CTM getting some farm.
Yeah, but I want to see them do more than just stabilize the game. I want to really I want them to take control of the game. Slaughter's now TPing middle, and they have a big smoke up here. Chayuan looks tanky, but with -5 armor, maybe he's not.
Dream Coil, Phantom's Embrace, Ice Blast coming in, and now they've got the Dragon Tail Finger. They'll get the kill here on the CTM, and they just cannot kill the Centaur at the moment. Skewer on the Moon, Shockwave hits, and Blue Reload as well, forcing the Stampede, and still nobody dead.
JK, he's tanky.
That stays alive the entire time.
Oh, Pucker caught!
Dragon Tail coming through on Yopaj. They have the Earth Spike to follow it up. He's dead.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
the
tower
Blink
is under
Dagger
attack.
on Moon surprised him. Jopaj getting caught out in the back lines. Instant smoke up, stun up in 3. Player has to be careful here, it's very low.
My fool to his
Maybe even Natsumi. They could go for him.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's in some trouble even though the tether's there. It doesn't look like his life is gonna last. They get the kill on Natsumi, and now that's 3. And that's all 3 cores.
Yeah, and that's a 4K gold lead and a mid tower to boot. It's tough. Like, I'm not sure why Neon suddenly went all into this carry Magnus basket. Another stun. A
Ice
blast.
Blast, that's in on the Play Hard, he's dead. Play Hard gone, Hex out on a CTM, Earth Spike on a 2. And I think they want to keep going because Janwell, he's running away from Moon. They've frozen over the Slardar of CTM. He'll most likely be slowed down enough where they can get this kill, and they will. And they also killed off the Io.
Yeah, Moon killed off the IO as well. There's now a 6 kill. It's just snowballing.
This
Neon
is-
is throwing more and more bodies.
This is the same thing that happened in the first game.
Yeah, but even probably worse than what happened in the first game.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I don't know what happened to Fnatic, but they took some good stuff in. Good breakfast, maybe some whole eggs with some French toast.
You just watch this again. Ice Blast comes in, Play Hard's dead, dominating for Raven already.
Yeah.
This Dream Coil doesn't do anything.
Nice double impale as well. And then again, Slaughter getting caught up by himself, getting fluxed up, cold feeded up, and then in the backline we see the IO die to the Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
They're just making it look simple right now, Fnatic is.
I'll take that.
Stampede popped.
And they've got
Ice
another.
Blast again.
Ice Blast is there. He's dead no matter what.
We said they're making it look easy, and right there again.
Watching Fnatic today, I feel like it draws comparisons to what we were expecting with Elvin.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not a super lineup, but what we're expecting for them to finish in the region and all that, and wins and everything.
Maybe more than that, what we expect from them from Season 1, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the Fnatic that showed up in Season 1 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Slaughter potentially in trouble again.
Dragon Tail goes out. Yopaj is here. I don't know if he can help. Dream Coil comes down. We'll see if that even matters.
But DK's in trouble for sure.
DK 4 heroes, and yeah, they'll get the kill. So it does matter that they've dropped the Dream Coil and he gets caught out a little bit too far. DJ trying to help. He does have Ice Blast if anybody were able to rotate and maybe help.
They can't catch him because of all these ice vortexes. They're still trying though.
Jabs is here. Ice Blast comes in, Earth Spike lands, and well now
Might be a
CTM,
finger.
he's just dead to the double edge. Soulbind comes in and Playhard moving forward with the Inkswell trying to continue the lockdown, but is that in a sacrificial sense? Because he's gone.
He was sacrificing himself for Jopaj, yeah. One more stun, any sort of disable on Puck, he would have gotten fingered and died as a consequence.
Right.
But again, you're bleeding off heroes. You didn't have to chase there. Like, be happy with the Dragon Knight kill, go back to farm on the mag, farm up that BKB. You need it badly.
Instead, you're giving up kills.
Another impale hit onto the Magnus, but no follow-up. Instead, maybe they want to turn it around on the mag here.
Oh, on the skewer, the Hex.
And Ice Blast. Take a couple of neutrals. Why the hell not?
Get some of that gold.
Yeah. And everybody hates being Ice Blasted. Happened to me just
frustrating.
2 days ago. I go outside,
Get hit by the ice.
by the ice. It hurts.
It's 25 degrees outside. I don't know what ice you're getting hit by.
Well, we don't have to talk about that.
Unless you're freezing ice in your own fridge.
Let the stories be stories, B-Cop.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Sorry to disappoint you. Okay, what's next for Fnatic? Mjolnir. That's almost completed on Aqua, and he's so filthy rich. Actually out-farming a Magnus. That's pretty
By a lot.
intense. A Magnus that had like a 6 Ancient stack and a 6 Hardcam stack.
This is also a quick Midas, though, for the Arc Warden.
Yeah. Definitely here that like some good gold infusions early on. Like if you lose lane against Arc Warden, you always feel real bad. It's usually here that you want to kill in lane and pressure. If Arc Warden free farms, then it's not good news for you at all. Looking for a kill middle potentially, Dragon Form pop just to push out the lanes.
Yeah, and they've got Raven pushing top, so they're sort of having this two-pronged
Dire's
attack.
top tower is under
Yep,
attack.
just pressuring the top tower.
Radiant's
And
bottom
Jopat is
tower
actually
is
being
under
out
attack.
to the mid lane where they might potentially be smoking up here.
Yeah, it looks like they're grouping up, ready to make something happen.
BKB picked up on Magnus, that could be a big one. They need to get on top of Raven. Here's a Hyperstone now picked up. They're not gonna
Down. Wait, with the Slithering Crush, though, look over. Ice Blast comes
Huge
in,
Ice
RP! Is it enough? Finger comes out to play hard. They get the kill on the CTM as well as play
He's
hard.
not
They'll
dead yet.
lose this Centaur. Moon popping that double damage, not enough damage output for him. And they will get this kill. Good Earth Spike from Jabs from a distance, and that's enough lockdown to kill off the IO.
They killed the 2 cores, but they didn't kill the most important one. Arc Warden is still getting more kills, still getting more farm. Minute 18 potential is what we're looking at here for Mjolnir Travels Midas. That is crazy rich. Crazy rich Asians right there.
Blink, Slithering Crush, and Ice Blast comes in. CTM gets killed off the Ice Blast. Centaur dies. Playhard's dead in the backlines from Jabs' finger. And Moon, he's just kind of caught out by himself. He pops the double damage, and there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, he's still very easily killed once he gets the Corrosive Haze on him. He's really going to reach that unkillable territory once he hits that BKB into AC timing,
Prize.
which will be another like 15 minutes or so. But his Arc Warden is slowly getting out of control. Philosopher's Stone, the cost favorite.
The fillet.
Yeah. Found by the Arc Warden as well. And he's going straight into a Skadi. We have seen last game how many problems being kited as a Magnus can cause you.
Right.
Same as a Slaughter, really. Once you're Skadied up. More ice. Like, Ice Rock really likes ice. It's kind of biased.
Ice is nice, man.
Not always, my friend. Got some stories for you for later.
Is it a snow cone incident?
It's a different colored incident. With snow.
Oh no.
Radiant's bottom
You didn't
tower
eat the yellow
is under
snow, did you?
attack.
I'm dead. Grove Ball actually now picked up on Arc Warden, bumping his attack range to 725. Easy outrange for towers.
Raven's just been staying in this top area.
Yeah, and
Farming
he's
as much as he
staying
can.
very, very safe in teamfights too. Like, Fnatic is doing a very good job at protecting him.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower.
It's 5-0-5 right now. He hasn't died. Dream Coil used, but there's the Earth Spike, Stampede, Ice Blast all coming in. CTM has been caught. And they should be able to get this kill. The RP through. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
But is it enough? Moon's dead. CTM gets traded. The look over at the
IO.
Centaur, but IO falls. Raven with the double kill. The damage coming out is just too much. They look over at Natsumi, who's now on the run. In the backline, Zeopa's trying to get a kill here onto Jabs, but he doesn't have the damage.
That was close. Like, once the sounds runs out, there's a Hex available. Just makes it out on time though.
And a finger. Could have been devastating.
Yeah, he has been holding his finger for a long time. Not really willing to be as liberal as some other Lion users. Just to get the stacks up.
Got it nailed.
I love that one. Probably one of the most annoying ones as well.
No, there's much more annoying ones.
I mean, what? Once he stuns you and does a stupid dance or mana drains you.
The Lifestealer one's pretty annoying.
Puck is running up. They have a ward here.
Waning Rift, Silence again onto this Lion, and he'll have the damage this time.
Good pick. But now they also don't have a ward there. Should be getting the ward immediately. This Arc Warden is just really scary. One ulti orb already picked up. 3k ahead now of the Magnus. Once that Skadi is up, I don't know how to deal with this guy. I already don't know how to deal with this guy.
They can't deal with this guy.
This guy is a real guy. Damn. I wish I was like that guy.
Real guy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Everybody needs to be that guy sometimes.
One of these days.
Have you ever been a guy like that?
What, that guy?
That guy.
Have I ever been that guy before?
That
I
guy.
don't think so.
It's unfortunate.
A prize.
Soon.
Aeon disc for Yopaj.
Yep. Very defensive approach,
Yeah.
but he needs it.
He's playing very aggressive, and he's been caught a couple times. I think he's not feeling as confident as we normally see him.
Yeah. Now DK finally BKB. Now how are you gonna kill him?
1100 gold away from the Scotty.
Yep.
Tempest double comes up towards the top, continues to farm. There's going to be a pretty quick Scotty, and now you're going to really find yourself in trouble. There's
Dire's
smoke.
top tower is
I
under
almost
attack.
want to say this smoke goes wrong, and this game becomes pretty unwinnable.
Yeah, but it's also very obvious that they are smoke because nobody's defending top, so they should be very ready here on Fnatic, and they're in smoke break position. Well done by Chaiyuan. Or they don't see it. It was very close. Dragon Knight might potentially be the sacrifice here. He's just farming a camp. Oh no!
Moon, Southern Crush, and there's the Dream Coil. Everything used on a Moon, they'll get the kill there.
Everybody was aware of it, but Moon is like, nah, I'm gonna farm the small camp here. Gets punished, and there's a Roche.
Ice Blast.
Is it a Roche? This Tempest double could be doing a lot of damage here. They have to be careful. Lion, though, is not there with them. Jabs, my boy, you got a TP soon. Wait, Aqua is actually being out. Okay, they're giving up the Roche then. Which I'm very surprised by.
Yeah, it might be, but the damage coming in out of CTM once again with the cold feet.
Wait, they're not giving
Slardar
up
gets
Roche,
low,
okay?
and they defend.
Even though Raven TP'd out, alright.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what would have happened if he stayed there.
They might have been able to blow up the entire team, but now they're going to have the opportunity to get Moon back.
Yeah, and get Roche themselves potentially. How low is it sitting? 66%-ish. There's another DD down there. Is Moon gonna spot it? He just walked into... Nah. Daya scouted it up first.
Picked up by CTM.
Now Skadi completed, going to the butterfly next. It's all looking good and rosy, and they're going straight in the pit. Aquaden at this point is a really good Roche hero. The magnetic field on all heroes, plus how much attack speed? 80. Good stun.
Yeah, Blink
But he has
Dragon
Aeon
Tail,
Disc.
Earth Spike Aeon Disc, so he'll be free, at least for the moment. BKB gets popped by Moon, they go after Jamwell, who tether over, they get the kill on the Jamwell
save
with the
Jabs.
finger, and Jabs ends up surviving. They have the lockdown on the CTM, they'll get the kill onto the Slardar, 2 heroes dead, and back into the pit is an option, but they'll look over as they got the Hex. Oh,
Yopaj
no,
again?
Aeon
Oh,
Disc this
no.
time, and they'll get the Ice Blast, they'll get the kill, Yopaj trying to get a kill here on a Jabs, and they'll tip each other, knowing that he just got outplayed a little bit.
And Lion with Ether Lens is... It's disgusting. Like, the cast range of that Hex is so far. He didn't expect it at all. Tried to outplay Jabs, but instead went to a little Jubaruni here. You know what a Jubaruni is?
No.
Me neither. Just making up words.
Okay.
I thought you would have my back there, but
I don't know. You gotta give me a toss-up of something I know.
something you can toss up a salad
Yes.
with avocado.
Sometimes.
Oh, good stun dodge.
That costs extra.
Yeah, like $5.
Dire's
Why is
top
avocado so
tower
expensive?
is under
It
attack.
depends where you are.
Dire's
Chipotle.
structures are fortified.
Yeah. New York City, avocado, so
Just order the vegetarian one, I heard. You get free guac.
Dire's top tower
Real.
is fortified.
Yeah, but only if you order the veggie one.
It's a life hack for you.
Yeah.
10K lead here for Fnatic, 21-8. Our Gordon
He's unstoppable at this point.
so far ahead, and he's going into the butterfly next.
Yep. This is what happens when you just leave him be the entire game, pretty much. And again, raises the question, why are they going all in with this Magnus that they have never played before? This is a very important series for them.
Yeah, experimenting is risky. I don't want to say it's experimenting just for the sake of saying it's experimenting, but it feels like that.
I mean, definitely in official games, because I don't think they've done this before. Probably in scrims, like for sure in scrims. But yeah, not working out at all for them in this series. Now Arc Warden already picked up the Eagles song. Because of course, that's what Eagles sing.
Is it?
Are you doubting Ice Rock?
I don't know. I just never heard an eagle sing before.
Why not? Did you try to listen? I don't think you did, to be honest.
Maybe I didn't.
Radiant's top tower is under
Because I
attack.
didn't hear the meter.
Almost has this full butterfly.
Yeah, there's also a bottom tower gone.
So 2 towers.
Yep, and 1k away from his butterfly.
Oh, finger. Popping the AI disc. Not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, of course he knows aim disc is up, he just wants to pop it.
Under attack.
Now they'll find CTM. They've got him slowed down. Moon going forward. They've got the stun of Janwell. Try to TP out, but the Hex is there. They'll catch the Sardar as well as the IO. Not one,
And
but
even
two.
the Grimstroke in the back line,
Grimstroke
too.
on the back lines. Ice Blast coming in. Playheart's gone as well.
Radiant's top
And that
tower
is 3
under
kills
attack.
for Fnatic and making it look real easy.
Now Taiyuan just wrapping around the back. He's like, oh, there's a Grimstroke here, guys. Got him as well. At least Magnus didn't die, but Magnus is really not a combat hero that likes these drawn-out fights that Arc Warden will give you in the late game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's
Arc Warden was the
middle
last pick,
tower
correct?
has
10?
fallen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they're knocking on the high ground. Butterfly is currently being flown in.
There it is.
There it is. Tempest double up as well. Magnetic field can be used at any time. 80 attack speed from there as well.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
What they could try to do is score the Arc Warden into the support towers and try to kill him twice there. This is the only thing. But Natsumi can't even, he can't move. He's getting Flux, he's getting Scaried,
Middle barracks has fallen.
he's getting Raven.
Yeah, that looks like Ceterax for sure.
Stop jungling, let's push. Everybody that knows Eagles, of course, knows that Eagles and Butterflies are the same.
Are they?
Yeah. And Ravens
Natsumi
too.
looking for an opportunity.
They got
Southern
Raven.
Crush coming into Raven. Now he's got the Tempest double to look for the RP that lands, but Natsumi, does he have the damage? The Soul Line is out. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for the side of Neon just yet. Do get the Aegis, but is this everything that they need? Finger comes in, Ice Blast is out. They've got the Vortex down on the ground. It's just
nice
the Aegis
orb.
right now, and they finally do kill DJ.
Joe Pash though, he opted in.
Phase shift once again.
Blink on cooldown still.
And Yopaj in trouble. Blink Dragon Tail. That is just not the trade you need.
I don't know why
and
he opted
immediately
in.
back to mid for Raven.
Yeah, I thought he gets the kill with the orb, runs the other way. And got a little bit overexcited. Now Moon DD level 18 as well with the dragon,
Dire's
the
middle
ice
barracks
dragon,
are under attack. Dire's
Blue
middle
dragon.
barracks has fallen.
blue eyes white dragon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Making it look pretty easy still.
Yeah.
The clone hidden away, zoning all the other heroes. They can't take this clone on, it's a problem now. It will expire in 4 seconds at least, but at what cost?
Blink with the hoof stomp, and now they're going to try and get this done to CTM. It's very easy.
Yeah. Just the clone itself is enough to zone 5 heroes. That's Arc Warden for you.
Dire's
Well, it's
bottom
Arc Warding
barracks has fallen.
Free farm.
30,000 net worth, basically.
Yeah. I did not expect Fnatic to take
Dire's
down Neon
top
2-0.
tower is under attack.
I think many people
After
did.
yesterday,
Is
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
attack.
T1 crushed
Dire's
Fnatic.
top tower has fallen. Dire's
but I
top
don't, you know, that's something I want to hear in the interview is like, what did they change from yesterday to today?
Yeah.
Dire's top
What's
tower.
the mindset?
What's the
Knowing
magic
that
sauce?
you're so close to the cusp of a major playoff, getting ripped apart, and knowing that this series is the biggest. GG's called.
GG's call, yeah.
Like, this is a series against the previous top of, you know, the table. A team that went to the major, performed really well.
Well, previous top of the table was still Fnatic, right?
Yeah.
So now they're saying, Neon, sit down, bro.
We're still here.
We're still on top of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The top 6. Neon does not look like a top 6 at the major anymore. Like they have been struggling the first 2. They chalked it down to we didn't take it as seriously. But now Fnatic, who were struggling, crushed you.
And now they're on the edge of not making the major.
What's the score right now? 3-3.
I think 3-3.
That's bad. They need to win the last game. I don't know who the last opponent
winning the
is.
last game, I think Fnatic's next is TNC.
TNC. That's going to be a
and
big
Neon's
decider.
next is T1.
Oh.
So both teams have hard matchups, and we could be seeing a lot of tiebreakers, that's for sure. And it
Yeah.
could come down to tiebreakers once again.
Certainly. The table is wide open again with these unexpected results. The last week is definitely going to be very deciding here. For once, a lot of times it's just decided already, but not this time.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how it all develops as we move on. But to talk about game number 2 and the interview coming after?
Interview coming after, I think,
Well,
maybe.
Potentially. We'll have to see what the panel says. So back over to you guys.
Bye.
Most likely, yes, but don't you ever dare put words in my mouth like that again. Unless I say there's an interview, there's no interview. Fnatic, though, I want to speak to them because they get a 2-0 over Neon. I was talking about the importance of them winning because, you know, they have to play TNC next. Like they said on the cast, OB.Neon has to play T1 next. There are no easy matchups
Yeah,
left.
there's no easy matchups, and those are their last ones, right? That's 7 games total, and that's it. And if they do manage to win, they'll both be 4-3. Right? Well, actually, no. Fnatic.
Well, now Fnatic is
Fnatic's
4-3.
4-3 right now.
And Neon is 3-4.
3-3.
Or 3-3.
3-3, yeah. So it will be a little bit easier road for Fnatic. But speaking of this game, Fnatic, they play their standard stuff. Stable gaming this time around with the Dragon Knight on the mid lane. Moon did his job, pressured the puck, did fine in the laning stage, created enough space for the Arc Warden, who didn't truly need a lot of space. Like this guy from the laning stage has a pretty early Midas. It's not the most amazing timing, but it was good enough.
What do
7
you want to
minutes.
see? 5-minute Midas?
No, like 7 minutes is kind of alright. It's like a little bit above average. 6 minutes is when your lane is really going well.
The lane was going well.
It went well, yeah.
With AA, they got the first blood, playing into IO, plus Slardar doesn't like to play into range heroes. That's one reason why they decided to pick it, just completely nullified this Slardar pick. I really didn't feel the influence of this hero in the game, because once again they had these beefy boys. Just tank up seems to be what it works for a lot of the teams. On the off lane, you have a Centaur, on the mid lane, Dragon Knight. Arc Warden got all the free farm in the world that he needed, like 7-minute Midas, as you mentioned, and then transitioning into damage items. Just overall good stuff. They were very active, something that I wanted to see from Fnatic. Not a passive draft. They were playing very aggressive, something they lacked in their previous series against T1, and this time around they show up what they're made of.
Yeah, like 12 minutes, I believe, was in total Maelstrom with brown boots. So he did buy boots with the Midas and Wraith Band. But for me, Slardar, IO, man, like that lane shouldn't be so dominated by an Arc Warden plus AA. Because first, you're really speedy. You can get out of AA spells. And then secondly, Flux doesn't really do that much because you can stick together. Like, overall, they really could have played that lane better, and I think that's where their game was completely broken. You shouldn't be losing the lane versus an Arc Warden that hard.
Even that, in this entire series, they seemed very convinced that puck mid and mag carry was going to be their recipe for success. They bet it all 2 games in a row, and Fnatic proved superiority against the strategy. And not even like with the same counter picks or anything like that. I guess the foundation, which Lacoste mentioned, is the same, which is give Truyon and Moon beefy heroes. It was Axe for Truyon, Bristleback in game 1 for Moon, and then here DK for Moon. I think that this is the best I've ever seen those 2 cores look throughout the entire season. They just need to have really, really high HP heroes who can go in.
just buy some bracers.
Exactly, because I mean we saw these Death Prophets and these
but that Prophet is tanky too, and that's pretty
even
much.
then though.
Yeah, even then though, but that's the Moon's hero pool, right? These Death Prophets and Dragon Knights. That's not his whole hero pool, but that's when they look. Yeah, that's when they look the strongest.
Yeah, agreed. And it wasn't even them that were the MVP. It's going to be Jabs for game number 2 on that Lion. Getting crucial picks.
You know, since we don't see too much of an Arc Warden, but when we see him, he loses the game. I expected Arc Warden to be MVP because Raven had a really good one. But pretty much the whole team of Fnatic played well. They did their job. They did what everyone, what they needed to do from the laning stage. All the lanes went well for them. Centaur going into Crimson Guard as a first item. Casual Cloak, not deciding to upgrade that to Hood. Understands most of the damage is going to come from the Smag, from Slaughter potentially. So he's just going to tank up the whole team and keep taking these fights. But we're very impressed by Fnatic, how they played this one, because expectations, at least for me, coming into this series were a bit lower. Seeing the way they played, the way they threw some of the games, just the execution was not there, and it's looking much more crispier.
Yeah, it's looking better from all of their players, including the player that I'm most excited to speak to. It's going to be Chuyan from Fnatic, the off lane. Chuyan, first of all, am I pronouncing that correctly? Chuyan?
Yeah, you can. Xuan, I mean the best way to pronounce it, I would
Okay,
say.
I'll take it then. Congratulations on a 2-0 victory, and I'm very excited to talk to you and your dog because I've been looking at your performance for the season. I was like, this is tough, man. The dude is a mid laner. He's going to the off lane. He's gonna have to change his whole hero pool kind of thing. What has been your training over the past few weeks? How have you been getting into form to, I don't know, become the off laner that you're meant to be?
I mean, just play a lot of pop, obviously, like to figure out, to explore and to discover. And also my team and coach really helped me out a lot, like based on their experience on the previous offlane they play with, they share their experience. They help me grow as an offlaner a lot.
It's definitely showing. Lizard, you got any questions?
I mean, I would love to ask you about Neon actually a little bit. Is the Magnus carry something that you expected from them, like this Magnus Omni Knight drafts, or did they catch you off guard a little bit?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of Magnus in pop. Oh, the Sun, I got no idea, but we kind of expect the Magnus coming out.
You guys seemed much more prepared for this series compared to your other ones. Like, did you change anything, or did you just do a standard stuff and it was your good day of Dota today?
Well, obviously, it's a good day for us as well. I think we just play what we're comfortable with. We didn't mess up. Like we didn't want to play with something we're not comfortable. That's it.
What about your next and upcoming series against TNC? What are your expectations? What are your expectations about that one? Considering TNC is doing really well.
Yeah, they are one of the strongest opponents, I would say. And just do our best, I think. Yeah.
On a more relaxed note, is that your dog? What's its name, if so?
My dog?
Yeah, do you have a dog? We hear some barking in the back.
Yeah. We just, his name's Sherlock. Just Sherlock. Because we were watching that series, so we just put Sherlock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
cool name?
Is it a British dog? Is it like a schnauzer with a mustache or something?
It's a pom.
Okay, that explains the loudness. The small dogs are always the loudest. Well, congratulations on a 2-0 victory. I'm really happy to see this, and I'm glad that you're accepting the offlane role. Do you miss mid lane at all, or do you feel that this is actually a role that you're quite comfortable with now?
I just feel good. Like you just grow as a player. Then you just start in a one role. I want to explore my possibility, like what other core roles I can actually play. Yeah.
It's a great mentality to have, and it's exciting to see the growth from you. Congratulations on the 2-0 victory, and good luck in your series versus TNC.
Thank you.
Congrats.
See you guys.
Chuyan taking the offlane role in stride, taking some experience that Masteros probably gave them on Fnatic, and you can see elements of it, I suppose, in Fnatic's gameplay. I don't know if it in Chuyan's gameplay specifically, but the strategies seem overall the same.
Yeah. The Adventures of Chuyan and Sherlock.
I would watch that show.
I love your question. Is that the dog? No, it's the squirrel barking in the background.
No, it's my cat.
I asked him if it's his dog, not if it's a dog.
Okay. I guess were they? So he looked like he was in a different location, so I guess it was not.
Why would I ask him if it's a dog? No, it's a cat barking. What the hell?
What is this strange creature I hear in the background?
What is that?
We don't have that in Europe. What is that?
It's a dog. Perhaps you're familiar with it.
I know there's definitely franker faces in chat right now.
Some wowies maybe even. And I want to see some pogs for the standings, because things are looking tight in the top 4. 4-1 to TNC. They still have to play Lilgun, and they still have to play Fnatic. T1 and OB.Neon. As you can see, both have 6 games played, and their 7th will be against each other. Meanwhile, bottom half, I don't remember what the situation was there, but still also has to play... No, Mega has to play Lilgun, and Boom may have to play Execration. You know what, I'll just look it up.
And how many 4-3s are we going to have at the end?
Okay, so the last Boom and
And how many 4-3s are we going to have at the end?
Okay, so the last ones are Omega versus Boom and
Okay.
Execration versus Lilgun.
So looking good for Execration. You know, Lilgun did a nice victory. So if Execration wins, we're going to be 4-3.
And same for Boom if they win versus Omega, which is not as likely, but they will also be 4-3. Then we have Neon versus T1 and Fnatic versus TNC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So potentially we have 6 teams that could end up with 4-3. Is that correct?
Assuming that TNC drop against Lilgun, which is unlikely, they'll be at least...
Is that correct?
Assuming that TNC drop against Lilgun, which is unlikely, if TNC win versus Lilgun, then they'll be at least 5-1, and then Fnatic, then they'll be 5-1, and then if they lose against Fnatic, then they'll be 5-2, and then Fnatic could be 5-2 also. And then if T1 win versus Neon, then they'll also be 5-2.
All right, I'm kind of lost after the...
Too many numbers.
Yeah,
I'm
after you
just trying-
mentioned the 2 teams, I'm like, I need to see this in front of me. I'm really not good at this stuff, but we can figure it out.
We have a lot of tiebreaker
Yeah.
potential. That's what we're getting at. At best, TNC probably won't have to deal with the tiebreakers, and they are looking pretty good for a playoff slot, but anything's possible. That's the beauty of this region. And
Chaos.
Rambulan.
Yep, like, this is actually where we were at in Season 1 as well. Like, we came to the end and we didn't really know who's going to the major, what's happening, who's going to the wild cards. It's all very close. This time around, we at least know that one team will be eliminated, sadly. That's Lilgun.
Yeah.
And we have crystallized it a little bit better in the bottom part, but the top part, it's still anyone's game pretty much.
And we're still not even done with Week 5 yet. As we take a look at the schedule, the next time we return to Southeast Asia, it is going to be the Lilgun versus TNC matchup as the first game. And Lilgun's still just looking for a game. They just need to win a game.
Well, not in this one. I don't think
Please.
they can pull it off against them. They won 1 game. They did not win the
Oh, that's
series.
true. They did.
Yeah, they did win
versus
1 game.
Smart Omega, I think.
But yeah, this should be an easy victory for TNC. Smart Omega against Boom Esports, definitely the hypest match of the day. Like Boom, they're hot and cold. Like they have some issues, but they can also play really good Dota. Depends if they came up prepared. Sometimes they're also victims of their own draft. But I'd say it's 55-45 for Boom for me, at least.
Also a team that probably didn't perform to what we expected them after Season 1. Mikoto from that mid lane looked amazing in Season 1, like the star of the whole region, but in Season 2 something's changed and it isn't looking the same, at least.
And Week 5, though, it can change. We were all critical of Moon and Boom.
Yep.
Well, not literally Boom, but
Boom,
figuratively
he changed,
Boom.
yeah.
He changed 2-0 victory. So maybe Mikoto might find similar success. Who knows? Oh, and we actually, despite only having 1 BO3 for today, we have, I believe, a 3-headed prediction king, because I know me and B-Cup are not on it.
Incredible.
Yes.
We added
Black
1
is the
extra
belt.
head.
He's in the belt.
He's the black belt. Like
Yeah, oh, damn, that's good.
Yeah. And 2 of us, which one do you want to be? Is there a smart part of the ogre?
Which one do you like more, running or
both
hitting?
are very smart.
I don't know. I'm about the... Like, I can mix it up. Which
Okay,
one do you
mix it.
want to
Do
be,
you like running or
Lizard?
hitting?
Hitting.
Yeah, I know you don't like cardio very much, Lizard, of course.
Let me whack people. Ignite them.
No.
I'm the kind that buys Orb of Venom and chases you down.
Oh, good. He's the one who buys Midas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Guilty.
And we're all the ones who have been bringing you this broadcast here of the Southeast Asia Upper Division, sponsored by HyperX and the top quality comfort of a secret lab chair. I hope you've been enjoying the show, even though we're getting close to the last 2 weeks. We'll see you soon. Please come back. We love you.